We live. Bully Spin Podcast. It's another one. Cute.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. We online with the Bully Spinning Podcast, man. Yeah. Are we still running the intro?
Nah.
Okay, cool. Just let me know, man. All right, well, let's get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Tony Henson, Mr. 817 Bully Unit with the big vibes today, man. You know what I'm saying? We on the Bully Spinning Podcast. You know it's one time, one movie again. And let's run it up, man. So we got a special guest, and shoot, you know, we're moving into the episode.
The legend.
Let's go.
The myth.
The myth.
It's always weird when people say legend.
So let's get into it, man. Let's go, man. Let's hey, man.
Well, go ahead. We're going to let Alan go ahead and introduce
Man,
himself. We're going to end with,
For sure. It's Alan with Exquisite Bullies, man. Let's get spicy.
yeah, it's your host, the General J.O. Heavy Hitter Bullies. Heavy, not smile, pay every all day. You feel me?
Go ahead, Tony.
Man, let's go, man. It's Tony Henderson, man. You know what I'm saying? I already introduced myself, but I guess I introduce myself again. You know what I'm saying? With the Bully Spitting Podcast, one of the characters, man, Mr. 817 himself. You feel me? Big pressure, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
man.
wait. Hey, that black ain't nothing to play with, boy.
We starting out. We starting out heavy. Hey, man.
man.
It's
Get
your
it.
boy Stevie Dre, TV producer, man.
Let's
You
go,
know what I'm
man.
saying? Cameraman. Y'all need a cameraman. Holla at me. I'm back to work.
Yeah, let's go.
And our special invited guest today is, I'll let him introduce himself because legends need no introductions many times, but we'll go ahead and kick it how you want to kick it.
What up, y'all? It's Ife, the Okie Doke Camp, man, the original owner of Riff Raff. That's probably how y'all know me best. Just doing my thing, man. 18 years strong. I'm happy to be here, man. Just looking forward to keeping it 100, sharing the knowledge, man, and just blessing everybody with what I can, and just you know, kicking it, man, having a good time, man. I'm more than happy to be here. I'm honored to be here. I feel blessed to be here. So let's get it. Let's have a good time, man.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
Yes,
Lord.
sir.
And we do thank you for coming down and dedicating some of your time to the community and the show itself. And before we even start, I got to let these people see, look, man, we ain't never been brought shit on the show. y'all.
Nothing. Not a napkin.
Hey,
I don't know if
bro,
y'all can
niggas
see
some
these cookies,
man.
bruh. Like, these cookies, look.
I'm a fat kid, man. I like cookies. I like cakes. I like Pepsi.
Man.
Look at this
Yeah.
cookie, bro.
Hey, had
Look,
to
if I
bless
put
him,
this in
man.
front of my head, bro, I can't even see how big this cookie is he brought us, bro. Not only that, but look, he brought us his own creation, bro. This is what I value the most. This
Nah,
right here,
real.
man. This take time, bro. But dog, I'm gonna let you introduce. Tell the people what this is right here. I have in my hand.
What's up, everybody? That's the Ife and Riff Raff memory card game, man. It's good for kids, you know, age 2 through 10. And it's basically just a card matching game, man. Memory retention, cognitive abilities, man. Anybody that know me, know my program, man, you ain't gonna find no naked women. I ain't gonna be posting all that. I don't promote sex. I don't idolize
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
I'm about the kids. I'm about family. I'm about positivity. I don't do none of that negative shit. So anything I do is stored towards the dogs. Is geared towards the kids, man. So the memory card game, I came up with that a couple years ago. Got into a bunch of schools, sold it on off my social media, and you know, just want to do what I can to make a difference, man. When it's all said and gone, man, just want to be able to say I did something positive, man, and I did my best to affect the youth, and that's what I'm all about.
Oh yeah, that's big. That's major, dog.
Man.
That is major. How much can they purchase these for, and where can they find them to purchase?
Man, y'all could get that off my Instagram, man, the Okie Doke Camp. Just slide in my DMs. The website is currently in renovation. I'm trying to redo it and get it up, you know, get it up and better. But just slide in my DMs, man. It's $10 shipped, and I normally throw an extra gift in there, man, just because I like to show love. Anybody that support me, I support them, man. So you can get that $9.99, and I get it shipped out to you ASAP, man. The kids love it.
Man,
For sure. You also have a movie and a book available for purchase too, don't you?
I do. So I wrote a children's book about, it's going on 7 years ago, called The Adventures of Ife and Riff Raff. I'm blessed to say in the first 3 to 4 years, man, I sold about 5,000 copies of the book.
Yes, sir.
And that's when I was just hitting the scene real hard. I was going to book shows and dog shows all over the place, man. Me and Riff Raff was just everywhere. He been on a lot more planes than a lot of people that I know.
Dang.
So we was just traveling the world, man. New Jersey, we was in New Mexico, we was in Florida, like we just went everywhere. So the kids, the eventually Ife and Riff Raff came out about 6 years ago. Then I turned that into a coloring book, and we turned that into puzzles, and just all different kind of merch, and just keep trying to diversify and find creative ways to get your product out there beyond just the bully world. There's a whole world outside of the bully world. You just want to get into the mainstream in general.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the plan was, man. So the book did very well, and that grew to a bunch of other things.
Where can they go get that at?
Right now, I get everything off my Instagram, man. The Okie Doke Camp. Same thing you see on my hat. The Okie Doke Camp is my Instagram, man. Slide in my DMs. I'm very responsive, man. You can Cash App me and send me your address, and I get it shipped out to you, man. The website should be done in about 3 to 4 weeks, and you'll be able to get everything. I had to switch it over to an e-commerce website just to make it a lot easier for individuals to buy, the books and the movies and things like that. So,
For sure.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure,
big.
for sure. I feel that.
And the most recent project you have released is the short film, the short cartoon.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I just released 4th of July. I released the first animated short film starring an American bully. It's called Ife and Riff Raff. It's available on Amazon. You just go on Amazon, search Ife, I-F-E, and Riff Raff, and it'll pop right up. Make sure you got Prime Video. You need Prime Video to be able to play the movie. Prime Video is free. You just download that and enjoy. It's 7 minutes, man. It took me about 2 years to make, and the quality, I cut no corners. It was just me and an animator from Pakistan.
Yeah.
And I'm sketching shit up and conceptualizing things, and he animating things, and we just going back and forth. And if you know anything about these movies, the Pixar, your Toy Stories, your fucking How to Train a Dragon, all those, man, those $100,000, $200,000, $10 million projects, and they got a team of 10 animators, 2 producers, 6 voice artists. It's a big thing. So it took me years. I had to find a freelance kid to do the voice of Ife, and I had to find an animator to bring my vision to life and everything. So I put a lot of late night sweat and tears into that, man, and I'm very proud of it. It's 7 minutes of just
Hard work.
And you can literally
Hard work.
Shit.
put my movie. You can watch a Pixar, Toy Story, Lightyear.
Put it
then
right
you
next to it.
And you can put my shit right next to it. Now, of course, you can see slight differences, but the quality is if they A+, my shit is A minus. Like, it's right there, and I'm a one-man team. So if you don't believe me, go check it yourself, man. I got the reviews from the kids already came in. I got parents sending me videos of the kids. They walking around with their watch, they fake watch, shooting stuff around the house, and they telling their parents, I want to watch Riff Raff. I want to watch Riff Raff. So, my mission is already accomplished. I was able to get it out there, let complete the project, get it on Amazon, get it to the world. Now, the plan is to find investment, find a studio company to see the vision, like I see the vision, and the next goal is to create a full-length movie, man. We want to do I want to do a 75-minute, 90-minute full-length film, Ife and Riff Raff. I want it on Netflix, or I want it in the movie theaters. I want it on Hulu. I want some kind of deal where it's a full-length movie where your kids can go and watch it and play it. So that's the next mission. It might take me 6 months, might take me 5 years, but that's going to happen. Anybody that know me, they know when I say something, it's going to get done. So the full-length movie is coming, man. That's my dream. That's what I want to do. And that's the plan, man.
That's
so it's
big.
bigger than just dogs. Bigger than just
That's
dogs.
big.
Hey, I got a question because man, I sat there and watched it, man. If it got a villain,
Yeah, you know what? I used to have a couple. When Riff Raff was first on the scene. I had a lot of villains, man. When you popping, when you doing your thing, and people, and when you in your own lane, man, that's when the haters come. So I had a lot of villains out there, but the villain, Wiz Kid, he's played by my little brother, my boy Vince. Shout out to Vince, 24 Line Kennels, man. That's like my little brother. So I was like, man, who can I get to play the villain? I'm like, let me give me a little short Mexican to be the villain. So that's why I picked him, man. But that's family, that's my brother. But I picked him to play the villain. Him and his boy Tsunami is a Riff Raff villain in the movie, and it's basically came from when we first got started, Riff Raff was popping, and then Tsunami was popping, and Riff Raff and Tsunami, half brothers, they both came off of Target. So it was just a natural competition there because they didn't like each other. Like we used to travel to shows together, and anytime they see each other, they used to try to get at each other. So it was a natural kind of rivalry there. So it just, I just kind of used that, inspired, and just turned them into the villain, and that's kind of how that came about.
Man, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
I seen it, like watching the film. It's a great film. You know, what I'm saying? Everybody seen it. I seen like you have murals of people that actually had the book. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what was, because before you went into the actual movie, you know what I'm saying, you had the the portfolio, showing people taking pictures. Man, what was that more about?
So that's like the credits. So normally people do credits at the end of the movie. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I did a 2D animated just short film like maybe 3-4 years ago that I was just kind of experimenting with. So that's been into like, let me have the animated Ife, the 3D Ife, watching the old 2D animation that we did, just to kind of subliminally kind of show the growth of like just how far we came. And then what I wanted to do was, instead of showing the credits at the end and shouting out people at the end where they'd be like, some cats will watch the movie, cut it off, and then you don't get to see it. I'm like, I'm gonna put it in the middle. And I just wanted to show love to the kids and the family members, the people that went out, bought my book. I ran into them at the shows, bought the coloring book, bought the memory card game, bought the puzzles. It was just my way of saying thank you, just supporting me, even though it was 4, 5, 6 years ago. I just wanted to put them in the movie before the actual movie started, in between like the TV part and the actual 3D part, just to say thank you. And while I'm here, I just want to say thank you to everybody that bought the book, that showed love, that supported me. Shout out to Ava. Just shout out to everybody. So I just wanted to just show love, man, and put them, like, this ain't this is like my showcase of like, hey, if you're a studio and you like this movie, this is what we can do. Like, I did this by myself with an animated, like, imagine what I can do with a whole team. So I just wanted to show love to the people that show love to me. So that's why I threw the little picture slide in there and all that kind of stuff in the middle of the movie.
Okay, another question real quick. Anybody got a question?
Go ahead.
Okay. What was the cats about?
Man, so I just don't.
Because the little cat will pop it up. I'm like, hold on, cuz.
Dogs versus cats.
Where you cats coming?
Man, I just don't like cats. Man.
Yeah,
I don't like them.
Hey, look, they was taking their vengeance out like,
they
bing,
was crazy.
bing, bing. Yeah. I'm like, dang, bro, like, is this?
No, my mom, man, my mom's super religious. So like, even as a kid, anytime she see a cat, she like, man, we don't mess with cats, man. They eyes, it's like the devil.
Yeah.
Anything that resembled the devil, anything like that, my mom was like, we don't mess with it.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I just didn't like cats. And anytime I like had an encounter, like they scratch you, they do, I'm like, they sneaky.
Yeah.
So it was just like, anything I do, I try to have some kind of, it needs to resonate with me in some way, shape, or form. So I had to throw the cats in there.
Yeah.
For the arch enemy and stuff like that.
I'm gonna say that's super dope. What's it was another part. What's the girl? The girl, was that his best? So is that his best friend, or is that like a sidekick, or
no? So the girl
undercover.
So the girl in the movie that her name is Ava. She's the daughter of a old associated friend of mine named Adriana Perez. And about 4 or 5 years ago, I had a litter, and one thing that inspired the book was just how the kids kind of reacted to Riff Raff.
Yeah.
And Ava, shout out, happy birthday, Ava. She just celebrated her birthday a couple of days ago. But I met Ava through her mom at a dog show, and then she just fell in love with Riff Raff. And her mom used to keep me updated with just like all the things she was saying about Riff Raff and stuff like that. So I had a litter, and I had gave her a free mail, one of my mails off my litter. Just my way of just showing my appreciation because of how much she loved Riff Raff. And I told her, this was like maybe 5, 6 years ago, I'm like, hey, I'm going to make a movie. When I make a movie, I'm going to find a way to put you in it, just to show my appreciation because of how passionately you love my dog. And so that's what I did. So, when I got the opportunity, I threw Ava in there. She calls in while Ife is fighting the cats and all that kind of stuff. So I just told her I was gonna put her in the movie, and I found a way to put her in the movie. So that's what I did.
Love.
Yeah,
that's dope, man. Man,
that's love.
that like, you know, I watched it today. I didn't get like I didn't watch like early in the week and dissect it, but I sat down and watched it today. What was kind of the like, man, because whoever you know what I'm saying, your animation guy for Riff Raff was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Just the, you know, just the bull making them, you know what I'm saying? That was what was damn like.
So with that, it all starts from the artwork. So what you do is you got to sketch it up, and you got to figure out your concept and how you want the character to look. And then once you get the 2D sketch down, you give it to the animator, and then they render it. And then after they render it, they rig it. And when they rig it, they can make it move however they want it to move.
Yeah.
And then after you rig it, then they could go in, they do the animation, they do the environment, they do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it costs money just to render it, just to rig it, just to
Yeah.
Sure.
Like once you render it and rig it, you can put that character anywhere you want to put it.
Yeah.
As long as you got the environment. You don't have to re-sketch it or anything like that.
Yeah.
So once, you know, the most important thing is the sketch. Once you get the concept and the look down, then the animation, they just take that and they run with it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How long did it take you?
Man, it took a lot more work than I thought. I think I started working on the movie maybe like 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. And, you know, life happens, COVID, and, you know,
had to get right.
My animator's in a foreign country, you know what I'm saying? So they got they world issues going on over there. But like the video game has been completed. It's like I have a video game that's going to be available on Apple and your Android. And it's kind of like Angry Birds, but with Ethan Riff Raff shooting the ball towards the cats. And that's been done.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. Innovative.
Yeah, that's been done. Yeah, it's cold.
Brody got real bad. And they out there, bing, bing.
Yeah, it's keep fucking them up too.
Look, man.
It's been done for like a year.
Yeah.
But it's like 97% done. But
got
my animator just got to go in and debug everything.
Damn.
And he's in Ukraine. Not my animator, my app developer. My app developer is completely different than my animator.
Damn.
He lives in Ukraine. He works for Samsung. And then the Ukraine war happened. So they had to relocate to Poland, from Poland to Ireland. Yeah. So he's going through like real life shit right now. So I'm just being patient. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all about family, like priorities, like handle your business. You know, we're gonna get to the game when we get to the game. You know what I'm saying? But the game is done. It's complete pretty much. We just gotta debug it. And once we debug it, we're gonna launch it on your Google Play Store and your App Store. You'll be able to download it to your phone and enjoy.
Man, that's crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You didn't tell many people about it, did you?
Brody.
No, just close. Yeah,
I
I posted a couple times just to kind of, you know, tease it a little bit and just show people like, you know, I got shit coming. I'm always gonna try to be progressive and do more. So I got other things in the work, man. I kind of stay in my lane. I don't copy nobody. I just do my own thing, and I big up who doing creative things in the bully world, and just kind of keep it moving, man, and stay positive.
Speaking of, go ahead.
Now, speaking of copying and pasting.
Damn.
You went right where I was going.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
There's a gentleman in the bully community that does very similar shit that I've already seen previously done years ago with you and Riff Raff with the animated cartoon character looking thing as a poster. With the
damn. He's talking about
I'm talking about Justin Crawford.
Yeah.
Oh,
do you think that man may have bit into a slice of your pie and
man, you
and
know,
kinda,
shout out to Justin. You know what I'm saying? Like he a cool brother. He reached out to me before just on some collaborative type shit. We've never been able to actually bring it to fruition, but we have talked. You know, he reached out to me about doing something and stuff like that. But I don't think he was copying me or anything like that. You know, like I ain't the first person to do a 3D animated film. Maybe in the bully world, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not the first person ever to do it.
Period.
I like how he promotes. I like what he doing. You know, like I said, I'm about the kids. He more provocative. He about the flash. He about the money. That's not me. So I big ups to him, man. He doing this thing. I can't. You would have to ask him if he saw me and if I inspired him to do something like that. And if I did, that's love, man. You know, I appreciate that. But if he copying, he copying. But I don't think he did. I think he just found it creative. You know, he doing music videos and shit. Like I watched it the other day for the first time, and I comment on like, man, that shit tough. You know, I like he finds creative ways to promote. You know, you pay these celebs to promote and do little extra. You know, that shit go a long way, and people recognize him for that. So I love the way he promotes. I love what he's doing, but. If he biting me, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. You know what I'm saying? I know I started the cartoon logo trend a long time ago.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, I started the cartoon logo
that.
trend a long time ago. I was the first one to start doing that shit, and then all the graphic designers started paying everybody to do that shit.
Yeah.
But you know, maybe Justin did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But either way, I like how he promotes. I like how he moves. He do his things, man. But he more provocative. I'm about the kids. I ain't about that flash and money and all that kind of shit.
But if you look at it real. If you break it down and you just really pay attention to it, bro, I'm a historian, so I like to.
Yeah.
I've been around for a very long time. I just kind of sit behind and just see everything just unfold. And if you look at it, tit for tat, like I seen this already.
It's very. I saw it for the first time. I didn't know that's what you was talking about, but I saw it for the first time last week, and it's cool. I could tell what he did, how he did it. You know what I'm saying? It's creative. You know, but you know, no disrespect to him, but his shit more low budget. You know what I'm saying? If you look at his film and his promo, his 40 seconds of promo, and then you look at my 7 minutes of the cartoon, my shit is Pixar, Disney quality.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? His is more low budget. You know what I'm saying? All those resolutions and rendering it, that shit costs money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're doing that kind of promotion, you got to make a business decision. You know, it costs like fucking $2,000 for 60 minutes, $3,000 for 60 seconds of animation.
Yeah, you got to cut
So
somewhere.
you got to ask yourself.
Hey, look,
if the song,
I'm gonna ask you. I'm be honest with
I like
you.
the song catchy. So if the song catchy,
you got to run with it.
Do I need crazy animation? No, I'm gonna
Yeah.
cut a couple corners, let y'all listen to the song, and do my thing. So I see what he did there.
I mean, I was. Let me say, we didn't use this word frankly, because I was like, when I seen it, I know you do it. I noticed that you was doing it too as well.
Yeah.
And then I seen Justin do his thing with it, and then I was like, man, I love it. I'm gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, do my own little thing with my own little.
Yeah.
And then I hit us up some anime guys, and the crazy part, I'm gonna tell you, this is a crazy story, because you know what I'm saying, I was trying to get into doing the anime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hit bro up. I said, yo, Justin, bro, man, I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to see, hey, man, what's the, some of the guys that you may know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I text them, you know what I'm saying, never got a response. I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
Cool. So then I go to, the Fever app. You know, the Fever app,
Yeah,
it got a lot of
Fiverr.
Fiverr.
Yeah.
Fiverr.
I know what you meant. I know
Fiverr.
what
I go
you
to
meant.
Fiverr. I go to the Fiverr app, and I'm hitting animes, bro.
Yeah.
I think one dude scammed me, bro. Like, I got scammed, bro.
Oh,
Nigga
they get you.
hit me for like $300. You know what I'm saying?
And
This
they
other
sent
dude hit
you
me for
some
like
bullshit, didn't they?
send me some bullshit talking about, hey man, come pay for this, come pay for that. Like, bro, I gotta, you gotta. And then they hit me for another $300, and another dude hit me for another $200. I said, fuck this shit. I'm gonna just
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm gonna get
them Fiverr guys, I don't
Man.
fuck with Fiverr. Them Fiverr guys, one boy tried to get me one time. I ain't never pay.
Yeah.
But them Fiverr guys, it's straight Indians from overseas.
Yeah,
They'll
bro.
get a couple of them. They're like, hey, we could do this.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
they'll send you some bullshit.
Send you
that
some
took
shit.
15
Man, look,
seconds to
bro,
do.
I promise you, bro.
Facts.
Homie sent me, bro, like, man, it looked like a Megatron, goddamn. I say, bro, what the fuck is this
Boy, it
shit?
said look like Techno Bowl. boy.
What? Bro,
Oh,
look, bro. I say, hey, bro, man, I can't send you nothing else, bro. Let me see it move or something.
Yeah.
Like, homie, bro, bro, you gotta send another deposit. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. But then, but the crazy part, then I hit up this other guy, you know what I'm saying, I got in contact with, like, in Irving or whatever. And he was like, man, for us to, do sketch and everything, it's gonna cost about $2,700. I'm like, bro,
That shit
God
expensive.
damn.
That shit expensive.
So then I was like, do I really want to do this?
how bad you want it?
How bad do I
for
really
real.
How
want
bad you
I
want it?
said,
Is it
I
gonna
said,
come back?
Yeah.
so like that was really was the
Deciding factor right
Yeah,
there.
like,
Mhm. That's why I said with Justin shit, like the animation and the pixels ain't quite there, but the song catchy. Do you need the super duper quality for 45 seconds? I
Hell
don't
no.
know.
I don't think. I mean, just they see the concept.
Yeah,
so,
they see the concept. That's all you need.
Like, we ain't over. You ain't got. You know what I'm saying? Apples to apples coming over to look at your
exactly,
shit. Nah,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like this is certain people tapping into the what you got going
so
on.
I know what he did there. I like what he did there.
It's dope. I mean, for me, it's dope. I love it.
But but it's not only just the little animation thing, but it's been the the cartoon, him with the dog with the. It's like I've seen it before.
Yeah.
I've seen, and I know that's what happens in the dog community.
For sure.
When they see one dope thing, they it's they gonna check
Community
it. They
full
gonna,
of vultures, man.
They gonna ride with it.
Yeah,
you know
they
what I mean?
will. They will.
And not necessarily give credit, but I want the people to understand that. Do you remember the year that you dropped that cartoon logo with you and Riff Raff?
I do. I want to say, man, I did one. It's like,
13 or 14.
It might have been 2012, 2011. I think I dropped one that was unique, and I did a whole bunch of different variations of like different cartoons and shit like that. So it was. We going on 10 years ago, 11 years ago when I first started doing the cartoon logos and that trend and stuff like that.
I mean, my bad. Just to piggyback off that, bro. I'm gonna tell you, when I first seen Riff Raff for the first time, I was like, "Damn, he's a dope ass."
Bro, that boy body,
But for the time that we was in,
it was no body like it was no dog with a body like that.
It was nothing like it. I mean, I think you even had a Riff Raff son at the one time.
I did. I had a couple Riff Raff sons, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And for the record, Riff Raff is still alive. He at the crib chilling. He's doing well.
Still alive.
8 years old. He turned 9 in February. He's still doing good, healthy, thick. You know, people that come over breeding my dogs and grab puppies and shit, they see him there.
Wait a minute. You got a 9-year-old bully?
I got a 9-year-old. Well, he gonna be 9. He 8.5. I got an 8.5-year-old bully. Riff Raff still alive. I can throw a tennis ball down the street. He gonna run a 4.6 40 to go get it.
4.6.
He's still there. He still got it.
Hey, but when you first got Riffy, you wasn't that sold on getting him.
No, I wasn't. Anybody that know, especially down in this Texas scene, I've been in it for a while. You know, I keep it 100. You know, Vince from D1 Kennels, that's my boy.
Shout out D1.
Shout out Vince D1 Kennels. So, you know, when he first showed me Target, I'm like, man, that motherfucking dog trash. Like, he a cool, small little dog, but his rear was trash. So I'm like, I ain't fucking with him. And it's just funny how God worked. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Vince at the time, we was getting a lot of blood from Jeff Headstrong Kennels out of Louisiana. So, you know, I had shopped with Jeff a few times, and I had bought a couple dogs from him already. So I tell the story all the time, man. I got Riff Raff because didn't nobody else want Riff Raff. You know, I had already spent like maybe $16,000 to $20,000 with Jeff at Headstrong Kennels. Like I had Riff Raff Uncle Picasso first, and then I went back and bought like 3 more bitches from him. And then when I was there grabbing another female, Riff Raff, I saw Riff Raff when he was about 2 weeks old, and then I saw Riff Raff again when he was about 4 months old. And he was like this real ugly ass dog, couldn't walk in a straight line, had crazy bone. And you know, Jeff was like, man, you know, I was just talking like, damn, who's that dog over there? He's like, man, I don't know, this is a dog ugly, last pick, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want him, just give me $1,000, you could take him. And even then I was like, I'm straight. I got Picasso, I don't need no other male. And then I went home, I went back to Austin at the time, and I was just, man, couldn't get Riff Raff off my head. Like, he's just one of them dogs you think about after you see him. You know, those the dogs that
resonate with you.
Yeah, we don't have dogs. We don't have a lot of dogs like that anymore in the bully world. We have a few, but we don't have a lot of dogs like that. So I couldn't get Riff Raff out of my head. So I'm a very instinctual, organic kind of person. Everything happens for a reason. So I had text Jeff like, hey man, that boy Riff Raff, that boy that you got over there, the lilac one with the crazy bone that walk funny, you know, you'll still sell him to me? He like, man, if you want him, he's yours. So I drove up. You know, Jeff was a busy man at the time. He was doing construction, all that kind of stuff. You know, we had a good relationship. So he like, hey man, he had like an outside kennel with electric and a refrigerator because he wasn't home. He like, hey man, put the $1,000 in the freezer. You know, grab him and I'll call you when I get off work. So I went, drove 6 hours, man, put the $1,000 in the envelope in the freezer, grabbed Riff Raff, and the rest is history.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I just turned him into
what I turned him into.
Yeah, I tell everybody, man.
Turn to an icon, man.
When you in this
icon living.
Yeah, when you in this bully world, you can go out and spend $10K, $15K, $20K on a dog, and maybe you get your money, maybe you don't.
Right.
But it's about what you do with the dog.
Right.
You know
So I got a question for you. Since we bring that up, because the bully community, this new generation feel that I spin a bag, I make a bag.
Not the case. You spend a bag, you lose a bag.
A big one. The bigger the bag you spend, the bigger the money you lose.
I tell everybody the way to sustain in this bully world is getting the best bang for your
Your
buck,
buck.
whatever that looks
In
like.
every business model, bro.
Do not overpay for nothing. The
Yes,
richest people in the world negotiate and bargain to get the best value. When you buy a stock, you don't buy it at its peak, you buy it at its low. You buy low, you sell high. That's
no
how
lie.
you do it.
That's
That's
business.
They tell
The
you
richest
that.
people in the world be
Yeah.
the cheapest
People in
They-
the world.
They tell you
That's
that for a
business, bro.
reason. So if I go up and drop $100K on Riff, maybe I break even at the end of the day.
But if you buy
But if
low,
I buy them at $1,000,
and I sit,
it's all profit.
All profit.
It's all profit.
So when it was word that it was it $500 in a treadmill?
No, that's Remy line. Shout out to my boy Fabe. He wanted the real
Oh, that's Fabian.
Fabian, the Remy
Yeah.
line. He wanted the real. So just like we was talking about Justin, maybe I inspired Justin, maybe I didn't. I don't know. You got to ask him. But Fabian at Remy line inspired me when I started doing the bullies. Man, it was 2004. You know, I ain't had. You know, I'm a college student at the time. I ain't got no bread.
2004,
Yeah, 2004. I'm a college student. I ain't got no bread.
Sure.
You know, cats will tell you, my friends will tell you how I got started. I saved up money, bought my first female for $2,000, and then my first male that I bought her for $2,500 from Jose Bay Bullies at the time out of the Bay Area. I worked 2 full-time jobs, man. I was an overnight manager at Walgreens and a case manager during the day. I was sleeping in my car, and I worked 80 hours a week for 3 months just to buy my first bully because that was the only way I could afford them.
hey, question. What alma mater did you go to? Just by
I went to
chance?
Central State University,
Central State?
HBCU.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Out of
Yeah,
Ohio.
another
I'm proud.
HBCU in the building.
Proud.
Yeah.
So when I got started, man, I back then we didn't have Facebook and all that shit. Everything you did then, it was
straight grind.
you had to go off websites and the MSN boards.
Yep.
So back in the day, Fabe at Remy line was killing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the
Like
first
killing shit or like killing
like
shit.
killing shit. Like
Nigga.
he first of all, he started a whole bloodline off of one dog, which was unheard of at the time, but it was warranted because at the end of the day, cats will tell you need 3 generations to start a bloodline.
Yeah.
That ain't the case. You need a dog that throws a distinct, unique look where you see his offspring, you know exactly who it comes from. Same thing with Miyagi, same thing with G2, same thing with Remy line, same thing with these, even with the Bape shit. You see Bape shit, it's off of Bape.
But it's a distinctive look though.
It has to be a distinctive look. If
But
you
if
got
it-
a male that throws it consistently, you can create a bloodline based off that. You can go 4 generations deep, but if your dog doesn't carry the type, stereotype, the phenotype, the genotype, if it don't carry those types that makes that dog what it is, then you can look at that dog and say, hey, that's off a T-Rex. Hey, that's a riffraff son. Then you can't call it a bloodline. I don't care if you 7 generations deep. But if you get the right male, that's what King, that's where it came from.
That's the defining factor.
Yeah.
Yes,
So like
sir.
for example, Kingpin line,
Yep.
owned by Juan, G2,
Lamele.
Goliath, all that shit.
Marcelo.
Yeah, all that shit.
Lamborghini.
How do you get Miyagi line from G2 just off 2 breedings? You got G2, you got Marcelo, you got Miyagi.
The look.
The look is all the same, right? Yet G2 carried a distinct look where he threw the head gene on everything. It was a distinct head gene where you knew that dog was off G2 based off the headpiece. And then you got Miyagi where he was throwing a distinct look where you knew it was Miyagi stuff when you saw it. So you have your Kingpin line that was based off G2. You have your Miyagi blood that was based off Miyagi. Those are within 3 generations of breeding. So it doesn't take 3, 4, 5 generations to create a bloodline. You get a dog that's throwing a distinct look, you promote it right, you base it right, you got proof of concept, proof of product, and you go based off that. But just to get back on Remy, on Fabe, just to show him love real quick, because he did inspire me. But Fabe was he was me, he was Justin, he was all these cats before we was around. Like he had a clothing line.
Yeah, that's a fact. Bro.
International clothing line based off Remy line that was selling in China,
That's
like
crazy.
doing crazy numbers. He created a whole group of breeders he had breeders without the franchise model where you had to pay he had cats all over the world repping Remy line that would just come just off Remy, just off this dog. It was a cool story. I was 2004, 2005, just getting started. I went to a dog show in North Carolina. It's the craziest shit I ever seen till this day in the dog world. They had about 10, 11 Remy sons stacked in the ring. We didn't do no tables back then. This was motherfucking
Big.
you in the sand. These
Yeah.
big boys.
Yeah,
50, 60, 70 pound dog. and they had 10 dogs just stacked up monsters off of Remy cold. And then it was like a fucking Jay-Z concert type shit. Fade bring Remy in, and Remy, if you know Remy at the time, he was an aggressive dog.
Yes.
He threw that shit in his offspring.
All of them.
All his
of 'em.
males had attitude.
Ready to scratch.
They was ready to fight.
Yeah.
So Remy come in and start barking at all his males. All the males just start barking back at Remy. Like it was like in sync. Like
Damn.
like it was on some Planet of the Apes type shit. You know, like Remy was Caesar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all these motherfuckers started.
for real.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn,
Hey.
that's a bloodline.
Yeah.
That's a bloodline.
Nah,
So
that's some shit.
shout out to Fade, man. He was just and he was me. He inspired me to just like, if I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna be as creative as possible as I
Sure.
can with this shit.
I'm
and
gonna
go
be my
hard
guy.
with it. Yeah.
But you know a lot of the older breeders would say that Remy wasn't the bloodline. They called it the stud line.
yeah.
Because Remy wasn't raised an edge dog.
Yeah, he was. He was blue off Blue and Sage, all razor's edge blood.
And they was pissed off like a motherfucker
Well,
at him for doing that.
They was at 500 in a treadmill.
You feel-
He didn't pay $100,000 for Remy, but he made more than
You goddamn right he
$100,000
did.
off Remy.
You motherfucking
Every
right.
live on
Buy-
Instagram
hey,
is talking about
Buy low, sell high.
Always.
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 Every live on Instagram is talking about this specific topic this week, as far as how much you have to breed, how many generations does it take before it's your bloodline, and you know, you got the new generation. The new generation is like, well, shit. If the stud throws a distinct look, then it's this is such and such line. Then you got the old school breeders. You have to have a
Top and bottom.
You have to have a male that you produced and a female you produced, and run it
breed-
together,
yes.
and then it has to be your first generation. It's going crazy on Instagram
But the
right now.
old school breeds that's saying that, what are they relevant? What they got? What did they do? What bloodline have they created? You know,
Right.
a lot of them say you need 3 or 4 generations. Then you go to your shit, and they don't got 3 or 4 generations that kind of show the distinct look to say that they got a bloodline.
For sure.
But Fable Remy line can do it off of one dog. George can do it with Miyagi off of one dog. Ivan Louise can do it off of one dog with Bape. Juan can do it off of one dog with Kingpin line. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Bullsachi keep going on.
the proof is in the
Yeah.
product. You know what I'm saying? You call it what you want. So, you know, to each his own, man. Like I get it. 3, 4 generations. You want to, you know, and that's the model. That's how it should be. But there's always variation. There's always room for change. There's always the exception to the rule. When you got that special dog and you can recognize it, and you can brand
But
it
look,
accordingly.
hey, listen,
then you
out of
move.
1,000 breeders,
Yeah.
everybody don't got the special dog. That's what
for
I
sure.
want people to understand.
And
Like,
everybody
everybody got
can't
it.
make a bloodline.
like you drop a little
I
don't
think-
mean you got the special dog. Like
I think
that's
making a line in the bloodline is different.
The bully god is in.
it is.
oh, he tapped
I feel
in.
like what you saying is, I feel like you saying like the dogs what you preferring to. I feel like it's a line versus a bloodline. When you talk about a bloodline, you got to really go in there and put in the work, no matter if you old or young.
Yeah.
But when you talking about just the line, you can have you a Riff Raff line,
Correct.
Soldier line,
Yeah.
Zoo line, T-Rex line.
You can brand it that way because
Yeah.
if you produce 3, 4, 5 generations, that's your shit, and you
Yeah.
know the in and outs of that. You can call it whatever you want, and you brand it. You can brand it whatever you want, and certain people see it as such. Certain people won't. I can tell you from experience, I don't got no Riff Raff line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I bred Riff Raff. I got a whole bunch of dope ass females, and I can tell a Riff Raff dog based off his structure.
Right.
But Riff Raff was somewhat scatterbred when I bred it when I got him. So he did not give me what I would consider to be a Riff Raff line.
Okay.
Now if I had a Miyagi that was throwing a Dax line, you know what I'm saying, that was throwing something where you can see it, then you can brand it as such. You got to be real.
So,
like, you know,
is that more of a phenotype or what is
it is. So it is. It boils down to the phenotype and the genotype, as Jamie would say. She just calls it type.
Yeah.
You know, and that boils down to expression, how the dog looks. You got some dogs that got the droopy eyes. You got some dogs that got the mean mug. You know what I'm saying? All that shit plays a factor. You got some dogs that throw a certain structure, a certain rear, a certain whatever. So you take whatever that specific dog is giving you consistently in every litter, and he's dominating that trait, and you take that and run with it. You know, with Riff Raff, I knew I could breed him to anything and I was going to get body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew I had to be careful with the head because he didn't have the best head. and all that kind of stuff. So I had to be careful of that. But what he had bone, chest, and body with athleticism that was very rare at the time. You had dogs that may have had the bone in the chest, but they couldn't move. They didn't have the rear. You may have had a dog that had the rear, but didn't have the bone in the chest. Or you had a dog that had a better head, but you didn't have a dog that had that bone, chest, and neck, and all that kind of shit that can just run and play for days, no health issues, nothing like that. So you got to take what the dog give you. Don't force it.
Right.
If your dog throwing dope-ass heads, get you a bunch of dope-ass females with bodies. You breed that dog that's throwing you a dope-ass head to all your females with body. You take all the puppies off that. They got a combination of the head and the body, and you keep running it. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of breeders get caught up in, this is my stud. He the best.
Yeah.
And I don't care what y'all say. And they get caught up kennel blind and all that kind of shit, and they run themselves
Man, I
into
was
the
just
ground.
talking about this.
You gotta
Run them into the ground.
You gotta be real with it. And if you can't be real with your own shit,
Yeah,
you
you gonna follow suit.
I'll tell you from experience. I started off with corrupt blood, Razor's Edge blood. This was in 2013, 2014, because I went to Devil's Den in New York, who was the hottest kennel at the time. Stayed there for a weekend and just study. Did Razor's Edge and all that kind of shit. I went to a dog show here in Texas. I was living in Ohio at the time because I'm from Chicago. I was living in Ohio at the time. Came to Texas. Went to Michael Kennels. I said, I'm going home selling all my shit. I'm selling everything. I don't want this shit no more. I want Michaelin's blood. Michaelin's Nitro to this day, my favorite dog.
Nitro.
Yeah.
I saw Crackerjack. I saw Michaelin's Bubba. I saw all his dogs.
man.
I said, this nigga got dogs with crazy body, bone. They athletic as hell. I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
I sold everything and bought Michaelin's shit.
Yeah.
It's never too late to start over, but you got to understand, like, what I got going on right now, that shit ain't working. So I got to move around. Even if I got to start over now, you know, like in the last year and a half, 2 years, I've been reinventing all my shit. I've been adding new blood here and there to go with the blood I already got. It's never too late to start over.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a big statement right there, boy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Revamp your account.
So we talking about 18 years, man.
18 years
I got
strong,
a
man.
question.
What-
I got a
what-
question. 'Cause, I mean, you want to go first?
What do you think about the state of the bully game now compared to just a few years ago? Can we talk about 18 years? You can break that down into segments. You can go into 5-year segments, but just let's go back 18 years. Let's go back. What do you think about the evolution of the bully game and now at a state where we are now where people are spending $5K going to do live breedings, getting boxes, not able to see the dog,
I know,
that type of shit.
That's
You know what's
crazy,
weird, man? You know what's crazy about like Google Photos and shit? They show you old pictures and shit. And I get these old pictures on my phone from dogs I had like 8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I used to think that was bully. You know what I'm saying? And they was bully back then. Like motherfuckers thought they was bully.
Yeah.
You know, like you look at Remy line, you're like, damn, that's tall. You even see Dax, like, damn, that look like a tall dog. But they weren't tall dogs. But back then, when I first got started, it wasn't about the individual pup. You wanted to be a part of a litter. You know what I'm saying? Your Paco Peaches, your G, like you could get a litter. If you could get a pup off this litter, you was set. You can make money off of having fucking G2's littermate brother. You can make money off of having Paco's littermate brother, even if he didn't look the best just because of the blood.
Yeah.
So that changed a lot. It went from being part of a special breeding to making sure you had the right dog. So back then the dog just had more of a wow factor, to be honest with you. They were just more impressive. When you saw them, you was like, damn, that's a badass dog.
Yeah.
My issue with the state of the game right now is motherfuckers just, and I've never been a part of it, motherfuckers took the bulldog shit and they just ran it to the ground. So a lot of the bullies, the exotics you see, they carry too much of the bulldog phenotype and genotype, and that bulldog shit is strong as fuck.
Man,
Hell yeah.
that
Strong
shit
as hell.
strong in a bit.
Because that shit has been bred for years and years and years. So they took that shit and they ran it to the ground. And they wonder why, you know, motherfuckers is importing from Russia or China and or Europe and all that kind of shit. It's because American being cocky or just trying to be, you know, we want to be the first to have everything, the first to do something. They was doing a lot of F1 breedings, mixing bulldogs here and there. When you get a dog that's just too heavy bulldog, but you lose the body. So I stopped going to shows for a long time because they was boring. I didn't see no dogs that was impressing me. Every dog was bulldoggy. They had a smashed up face, but they had no neck, no shoulders, no. I'm a body guy. First thing I'm gonna see on the dog is the neck.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna assess it out after that. So
you know one guy that has a crazy body.
What's that?
It's a guy by the name of Rick Hugh.
Oh yeah, I like. I don't know Rick personally, but I've
Look,
seen a couple of his.
You seen that black bitch?
Yeah, I like his dog
That
a lot.
bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, that-
yeah.
That bitch like she a whole bodybuilder. Dog.
Yeah, I like that
I
dog
mean,
a
if y'all
lot.
haven't seen her, I mean, go take a look at the
Her
bitch.
name, I think her name is like Black Dream. Or some
Yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that.
like, yeah. She
Yeah, she nice.
that.
hard.
I mean, she
real hard.
that whole.
She real hard.
Hey,
man.
she'll put
but that's my
Hey,
style. That's
hey,
my
you-
style.
You
That's
talking
my
about a dog
style.
put your ass to sleep?
Yeah, that's my style.
So you gonna go on record and say you have never hit nothing in your yard with a Frenchie, a bulldog, or shorty bull? Never.
Never. Made
In
no
an 18-year span,
Hey.
you have never hit with nothing.
18-year span. I've never cheated. I've never done like that. To me, it didn't serve me a purpose for the style of dog that I like.
Mhm.
Like I could have done it to try to make a quick flip, make some cash, but I never been money motivated. If I really cared about money, I know how to create the perception. I can go up and bring 5 bands. I can use my rent money. I can go take a loan out the bank, stack $20K on the table like all these other cats doing, and give you the perception that I got all this money and post ass and titties on my shit and try to,
Well, that
money-
shit weird though. That shit weird.
Am I tripping?
Nah, you not
Hell
tripping.
no, bro.
Bro, that
To
shit
sell it, if you
Bro.
got to do all that to sell some dogs,
My
boy,
nigga, you in last place.
boy,
It's
you
so-
in last place.
It's so weird to me when I see these breeders idolizing women and sex so much. Like all
Nah,
you doing
for
is
real.
posting ass, and it's like,
Yeah.
are
You
you
go
get-
ass, dog.
Dog.
Ass, dog.
Bruh.
ass, dog. Woo!
Like,
Hey, we trademarked that. Y'all can't. Hey, that's trademark.
That's trademark. Ass, dog.
no, but that
Say.
I be unfollowing cats for that shit. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to see that shit. Like
Man, I will unfriend your ass quick.
is you really getting pussy if you doing all like if
Nah,
you
you
idolize-
Like, which one you selling? Like,
Yeah, like I don't know. So like that shit is weird to me. But if I really wanted to just make cash, I could do that shit.
Yeah.
If I really cared about making money, I could have been on the Merle train 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? If I really wanted to, I knew that shit was gonna be hot.
Yeah.
I knew the Fluffy was gonna be hot before they. When Kim was one of the first ones to have a Fluffy, back in the day. So I'm like, I knew that shit was. I can't feed that shit. They so ugly to me. I can't tolerate it.
Yeah.
You know?
I ain't gonna lie
the
to you.
the
I'm
Merle,
with you.
the Merle, I like. They growing on me.
Yeah.
But like a Fluffy, I don't like regular Frenchies really. You know what I'm saying? So a Fluffy Frenchie, I can't do it. But I'm the type of person where I saw the vision. I could have put 15, 20 bands, 30 bands, got me one, did some. It just wasn't me. So the mixing, the paper hanging, that shit ain't my style. I like a dog with body. That's my preference. That's all. That I'm gonna roll with what I like because I do this shit. Dogs ain't my full-time gig. You know what I'm saying? It's a hobby, a passion of mine that I turned into a legitimate business on the side, but it ain't how I feed my family and take care of people. So it's just like I do it because I love it. So the money don't motivate me. I get the bread. I get to the money, but it ain't it ain't my number one motivating factor. So mixing ain't never gonna be something that I'm into that I promote. And to be honest with you, you don't even need to do that shit.
Not now.
Cats done already did it
Yeah,
for
it's
you, and they
already done.
they got it.
It's already done.
It's already done. So you just keep moving, and you find one that's mixed already. That got and you roll with that. So if you paper hanging and you mixing right now, you behind the 8 ball by like 5-6 years.
Nah, for
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
They was doing that shit 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Short shot, all that shit.
Probably 15
Yeah,
years.
they've been doing that long. You
But when
late to the party.
When I came in the game, that was like a part of the recipe though.
Yeah,
Get you some, breed it in a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And run into a bulldog.
yeah. But that's what destroyed the game too, and that's what put cats in a diaper. That's
Yeah.
why you see cats 3 years in, they out. 2 years in, they out. They thought it was going to work, and it ain't work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you got what's so different about your dog? I got a smash head, but 100 other kennels got smash heads.
Yeah.
That's a
That's
fact.
why you think China's so popular right now. You know what I'm saying?
headpieces.
Man, I tell you one
Them
thing.
bitches be.
China came. They had a plan. I talked to them cats. They tried to buy Riff Raff. They spent at least $2 million, $2.5 million on dogs within a year and a half.
Yeah.
They was buying shit.
bought Kratos, they bought Chino, they bought Cholo, they bought Yakuza, they bought a whole bunch of dogs. They tried to
Yakuza was a bad boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Island boy, what's his
Bolo.
name?
Mayo.
Yeah,
Man.
Lil
Tasmanian
Mayo.
Devil.
Yeah.
They dropped 2.5 at least million on
Probably
dogs.
more
Different.
than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They saw the vision, man, and I got good relationships with all them cats now because they'll tell you. You can ask them. They tried to buy Riff Raff. You know what I'm saying? They sent me all kind of offers, and all kind of, and I would not budge. You know what I'm saying? And they still respect me to this day because they was like, the money ain't move you. You know what I'm saying? Like we tried, you know, but the money ain't move. So I still got a relationship with them cats to this day. But I saw the vision. They saw the vision. They say all these Americans is doing this bulldoggy shit. They was like, we not buying no dog without no tail, except to the rule. But any dog that they was offering people or trying to buy or brokers that was in your inbox, does the dog have a tail?
That was a must.
That was a must. They wanted to make sure they had the tail. So they saw it. They like, y'all going too bulldog. Y'all doing too much. Y'all getting too sloppy with it. We gonna tighten it up. And what China do? What they always do. They the wholesale capital of the world.
Yeah,
and they drop the bulls.
They mass produced bullies. So you see some hot bullies. They breeding $10,000 of bullies to show you. They breeding 10,000 bullies to show you 50. Yeah. They're not showing you the bad shit, but they're gonna show you the 50 good ones that they got out of the 10,000 that they produce. Because what China do, they wholesale shit and they sell it. Yeah, and that's kind of what happened.
That's crazy. Like I'm, just sitting back watching that, bro. I think the craziest part to that is watching how people in this dog game, like American breeders versus Chinese breeders,
China
breed, whatever you want to call it. Because I don't want to get, what I'm saying, in the racial corner. We got a phone.
We got a call, man. Okay, then. Live on the Bully Spitting Podcast. We got F.A. here. Who we got on the line?
What's up with it, man? This Google boy.
What's going on, man? Daydream, what's good?
What's up with it, my guy?
What up?
Hey, I got a question for him, man.
What's good? What's good?
Because I know we talk about, the United States, stuff like that, and he's bringing up China. I got a question. Do he think that China breeders are more advanced than the breeders in America?
Not at all. Not even by the slightest. China breeders don't have, not to be disrespectful, they don't have half the IQ of knowledge when it comes to actually breeding bullies. They don't test for heart murmurs in China. They don't test for none of that shit. Yeah. They mass produce. That's why you see 3 times Veneno, 4 times Veneno, 5 times Veneno. They ain't giving a fuck about no inbreeding.
Yeah. No.
They breed dogs in China. They breed the female at 8 months old if she come in heat. That's normal.
They
for
breed
them.
for money, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so they just matching up dogs. They're gonna make 10,000 litters. They're gonna take the best ones and then they're gonna sell it. They're gonna promote it. And their whole mission, they don't even use paperwork in China. They don't use no kind of certificate. They have litters with no papers. You don't get papers for it. Yeah. They don't register their puppies until it's sold out of the country. So when they sell a puppy to Europe or USA, then they'll register the dog because we need the paperwork. They work as a unit to sell dogs out of China.
That's crazy.
Hey, because to piggyback off what happened last week, this makes sense. You just don't make sense, guys. With the
I know what you're saying.
With the paperwork.
You feel what I'm going? Where I'm going with this?
But it was a debt owed still on that situation.
Yeah, but it
yeah. So that's what it boils down. I mean, these China breeders, they're not rocket science. They mass produce. You know what I'm saying? We buy not just dogs. We buy cars. We buy fucking TVs. We buy a lot of shit from China. They make it cheap. They mass produce it and they sell it to us, and then we resell it within the United States. That's been the model since before we've been here. So that's just the way the game goes.
So you don't think the China breeders are more advanced?
No. The dogs are better, but the breeders the breeders within themselves are not better.
You think they understand breeding? That's what I'm saying.
No, they don't. I can show you my phone. I got 15 different China breeders in my inbox. I can show you my phone right now. I'm gonna show it because everybody. These days everybody think you lying if you don't show it.
Nah.
So I'm gonna show it.
Yeah. So you think China producing the best dogs right now?
But this is WeChat. This
ain't. Is that a question for me?
This is WeChat. So this is my inbox off the WeChat. All China breeders. Like I talk to them.
I see a whole lot of Chinese symbols from way over here.
Yeah. So I talk to them daily. Because we have a relationship from Riff Raff, but I bought a lot of dogs from China over the last few months.
And so you saying China has the better quality dogs over the U.S. right
1,000%. Not because they're more strategic.
It's just because
they got more volume.
And then too,
more volume.
And can I say that they accept certain things?
What you mean?
Like, cause like you said, like, hey, they want a dog with a tail.
Yeah, they want a dog.
They
with
want a
tail.
dog with this. They want a dog with that.
But with that being said, in China they got some of the most fucked up dogs you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Structurally fucked up,
Damn.
no rear, can't move. But there's no science to what they're doing. They bought the best dog that they can get from USA,
Mhm.
and they bred all that shit together.
Yeah.
And they made great dogs with it because they had no choice but to. If you breed,
Yeah.
it's like when you're taking pictures of your dog. If you take 1,000 pictures, you might take 1,000 pictures to get
get
three
one.
good pictures.
Yeah.
Right? They did 1,000 breedings to get 3 or 4 good dogs, and that's what you see. If they was able to do statistics on it and just say, all right, USA breeders, and compare how many litters dropping off bullies in USA, how many litters dropping off how many litters dropping off bullies in China, and do the numbers, China would be breeding at a higher rate. We waiting to the second heat.
Yeah.
They're
They
first.
breeding 8 months, and they getting them out there.
Okay,
Boom, 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 boom.
I got one more question for you.
Yes, sir.
So do you think, as far as you talking about like mass producing, do you think some of these studs that's getting used frequently every day, do you think we need to take accountability to amount of offspring they have on the ground?
So when you say take accountability, what you mean? Like, should they make them more exclusive? Should they limit the amount of breedings that they're doing like that?
No, should we? I shouldn't use the term accountability. Do you think we need to be aware of how many productions they have on the ground versus how many hitters they have?
Oh yeah,
As
that's
far as trying to crown a dog as a producer.
Absolutely.
So volume versus pretty much, you know what I'm saying, the value,
quality.
the quality.
Absolutely.
Value versus the quality.
Anytime you're looking at a stud dog, you want to get as much information as you can on that. Like, all right, you showing me this one puppy. How many puppies was in the litter? Let me see the litter mates. Let me see how, you definitely want to ask those kind of questions and get all that information before you choosing a stud dog. Like Dax, Dax was bred to everything. He was bred to everything. Like, I know Ed personally, rest in peace, Ed, I love you. He was like I used to go to his crib, his wife would cook, like I'd just kick it at Ed's house for hours. He was just a good, God-fearing man. He'll tell you he didn't produce Dax, God produced Dax. Like, that's the type of brother he was.
Yeah.
But he bred Dax to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was going to get that money, and he was making a killing. So, and Dax, to me, Dax was a producer because he was throwing a distinct look. He was throwing his body. You can tell a Dax dog when he got it. But Ed didn't care. And I understand this concept, right? If I got a female, and this the type of female that I like, maybe she's a standard. Maybe I don't like freaky, extreme dogs. This is what I like. If I want to use your stud to add to what I like, who are you to tell me
What I like.
What I like. So
Sure.
so that's when it comes down to, like, approved. I used to do that when I first got started. Like, your bitch ain't what, I ain't breeding my dog to that.
Yeah.
And then some of the best dogs I got off, some of the best dogs off Riff Raff was like Razor's Edge shit, and you know what I'm saying, just because the blood just clicked for whatever reason. So it's just like, I respect everybody's vision. You like standard, and you think my extreme freaky dog can add to your standard looking dog, I'll approve it. You do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So definitely want to pay attention to the consistency of the stud and what he's throwing and all that. If you can get most stud owners, the cocky ones, they're not going to show you. They're just going to show you the hitter, and you're going to keep it moving. You're not going to ever see the ugly, the runt looking ones.
That 1002.
Yeah. But do your research as much as you can. The producers, you'll know it because they throwing that look consistently, and you'll see it.
Yeah,
So if you can, you saying something?
Adrian?
No, I was about to ask. I was asking one more question before I get out of here.
Yes, sir.
What new blood are you introducing to your program now?
Man, I ain't gonna bullshit you, man. Like, I started with Riff Raff, and then I did a lot of Chamuco shit. Cause Chamuco was
They don't know who
They don't know
Chamuco
about
is.
Chamuco. They don't know about the one
The one-eyed bandit. They don't know about
Man.
it.
Yeah, so Chamuco was one of the hardest exotics ever. Tight skin, tight feet, nice head, nice body, can move, healthy, the whole 9 yards. So I took Riff Raff, I took Chamuco, I ran with that, and then the last year I've been introducing a lot of the China blood in my yard because they got the bodies, they got the neck, they got the color that I like. So a lot of my blood is China influence mixed with my shit that I've been doing for the last 7 years, throwing my riffraff body in there, throwing the Tramuco shit in there. Dogs with just body on top of body on top of body. The China just gave me the color that I wanted without jeopardizing the body to get it. And that's kind of what I did. So Veneno shit,
wow,
Blue Veneno shit, The Beast, my boy Pogo, one of the hottest dogs in USA. I'll bet the bank on it. I've seen them all, and none of the dogs out here fucking with my boy Pogo. So just getting a unique look with body and movement and color and the whole 9 yards. So
I just got a question.
So I heard you say that you're sacrificing structure based on color, but nowadays I feel like we have so many colored dogs out that you don't have to sacrifice structure for color. And so, what do you think about that?
So structure is subjective to what you consider structure. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I like
that perspective.
Yeah, I my dog, my claim to fame is riffraff. One of the craziest body and structures you ever see on a dog. I need that level on 80% of my dogs. That's what I need. A lot of the dogs don't carry that. A lot of the dogs don't have that. Veneno. I saw Veneno. Shout out to Mike Guerrero. Before he even sold to China, when Mike had him, 10, 11 months old, Red Evo in San Jose. I saw those dogs before they went over to Yakuza. Shout out to John. I saw those dogs. Chino Cholo. I saw those dogs before they went overseas. So I know, body. A lot of these dogs, a lot of dogs people think got body. They don't got body to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got the body that I like. I like that muscle builder, tuck at the rib, at the waist, wide rib cage. That's my style. So a lot of people that say they got structure, they really don't got structure. They got structure compared to bulldogs.
Yeah. They got
but they don't got bully structure. They don't got DAC structure. They don't got
definition.
Yeah, they don't got that depth. So that's my style. And if I would have bought some of the dogs in the US, when I was doing 3-4 years ago, I would have had to go to a bulldog. I had to go to a F1 to get a lilac tri, or a chocolate tri to get that color. So that's why I never went that route. When I find the right Merle, they got the body and all that. If I don't make it myself, then I'll buy one. You know what I'm saying? I introduce that Merle into my program. But until I find one that got the structure that I like, I ain't gonna mess with it. So it's just one of them type of situations. But yeah, structure is subjective to the individual.
For sure. Respect, man. I appreciate you guys letting me join.
Hey, anytime. Appreciate you calling in, brother. Nothing but love. Thank you.
So,
all right.
So you say your current stud Pogo is the hardest stud, and ain't nobody fucking with him.
I get that's just how I feel, and anybody that know me know I ain't a biased person. When I had Riffraff, I didn't say Riffraff was the best stud in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because he had his limitations.
Yeah.
His head, he was a tweener. He wasn't exotic enough for the exotic people, and he was too extreme for the ABKC people at the time. So we had to kind of find our own lane and wiggle our way through it. You know what I'm saying? And Pogo, by no means, he's not perfect. But when it comes to head, body, movement, structure, like the shit that I like, what make me go wow, and when people come over to breed to him and see him, and they go wow, and they buy another stud feed or buy like them the dog where when you see him, you thinking about the dog 2 days later, 3 days later. He ain't no nano, you know what I'm saying? He 12 inches, you know what I'm saying? He don't got the shortest back in the world. He a little bit longer, but I like that little bit longer. I like proportion. Yeah. I don't want a super short back stud. I got those, but me, I like a bigger style dog, more freakier, more heavy on my leash style of dog, and that's what he is.
But they don't. I mean, I think people I understand people want short back dogs, but I mean, if a dog got everything else. If it's a little long, what does it matter?
It never stopped me. G2 was long as fuck.
Miyagi
long.
A lot of these dogs in person, hot dogs.
The real Miyagi.
Miyagi
long.
Miyagi's long. G2's long. Dax is long. A lot of these dogs, people base their whole foundation kennels on were a little.
What's some current dogs that's long than a motherfucker that you didn't think that was gonna be longer than what you thought they was gonna be?
I think longer dogs are more athletic too.
Yeah, they're just more structurally sound. Yeah. The development of the body. Who was longer? What's the name was longer than I thought he would be. Drip Seville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked his look. He was a little longer than I thought. I saw
he was
him
a
at
bull,
the,
though.
he's a hell of a
he's a
dog. You know,
grown-ass
like
man.
that wouldn't stop me from using him if that's the style I liked.
Yeah.
But he was a little longer than I thought. I'm trying to think. That was it. That was Golden Child was a little bit longer than I thought he would be, but I liked him a lot, man. Like if it's stuff he wasn't outrageous, I would breathe to him. You know what I'm saying? But I like Golden Child a lot, but he was a little longer than I thought.
I think a lot of the devil spit dogs.
Yeah, a lot of
bit
devil
longer
spit
out
shit.
there.
Yeah,
But they
that was
got the body.
yeah.
You know,
well,
like
that-
That's, that's what
Devil
kind of
Spit
taking
don't
over
really
right
matter.
now.
yeah, Devil Spit.
Devil Spit finna take over for sure.
I mean, he been took
I
over.
like 6.
Devil-
I like 6. I like
Yeah,
Devil Spit.
Devil Spit was long,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I bred the Devil Spit. Shout out to my brother Papa.
Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The length ain't gonna bother me. If the
Yeah.
dog look is a producing as a structure,
Yeah.
I bred the Devil Spit. Got a nice lid off Devil Spit.
What was those girl names that had those riff raff them riff raff boys? They was pushing a little while ago. They was Champagne.
girl? That
They was some girls. It was some girls. They had like 2.
they had some riff raff. It was some riff raff females, or it was a girl that was the kennel.
I think it was some girls that had riff raff studs. They had boys. They was Champagne. They used to hit all the shows.
Oh, I heard about them. They ain't never reached out to me personally,
yeah?
so I don't know. They wasn't riff raff. They was riff raff grandkids.
Grandkids?
They was
Okay.
riff raff grandkids.
Yeah, they was looking like it for
yeah,
sure.
Cass was telling
They
me
was
like,
looking like it.
man, they some chick over here had some dope ass riff raff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
They
yeah.
were bad.
Yeah, she was walking around with them, but she ain't never reached out to me personally, so I don't know. But yeah, they was riff raff grandkids.
Yeah, they were killing shows too.
They was doing their
They
thing.
was doing their
They was
thing.
doing their thing.
So-
the blood
so-
is good.
So your current stud Pogo. Let me go back to Pogo.
Yes, sir.
Cause you kind of fucked me up when you said the best dog ain't no dog on the planet fucking with him. I got a dog in my mind. I think I'll give him a good run,
Let me hear who, and I keep it 100. Who?
I gotta say my guy in New York, man, the king of New York, Mr. OJ, Mr. Goddamn Moneybags himself, boy. That's a goddamn grown ass man on the leash.
No.
Moneybags ain't fucking with him.
No,
Bruh,
I
get
like
the fuck out of here.
No,
man.
I like Moneybags. He not fucking with Pogo. Who got
Pogo the blue try?
Yeah, who got
Yeah, I
who got
like
the better
Pogo.
head between Moneybags and Pogo? It ain't close. Pogo shit. He got one of the most unique head structures I've ever seen on a dog.
I like his head.
Pogo shit was like White Sox back in the day. It was just like that's just the head. Like ain't nobody fucking with it. Nah, I like Moneybag, but he ain't fucking with Pogo. He ain't fucking with Pogo.
You think he fucking with Golden Child?
They two different style of dogs in a way.
But Golden Child 12 inches.
Yeah, I like Golden Child. I think I would love to do that stack up with Pogo and Golden Child. But what one thing that I was disappointed about Golden Child when I saw him, he wasn't as massive as I thought he would be.
Yeah, he got that muscle tone.
He
like
leaned up, but
Woo.
you know, Pogo he got a good balance of the two. He ain't like super extreme muscled up, but he ain't fat. He just nice, thick, got a little bit of everything. But that would be a nice matchup. I like Golden Child a lot. You know what I'm saying? Pogo and Golden Child would be a good matchup. Golden Child got he got tighter feet, he a little cleaner. You know what I'm saying? Than Pogo is. But it'll be a hell of a matchup. And they both athletic. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the key things about, you know, it's easy to get a dog with bone and chest and all that. Can it move?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can let Pogo run around in 95-degree weather. He gonna do his thing, play, chase a rabbit, and then he gonna go lay down when he get hot. He gonna come to the gate like it's time for you to let me in. And you know what I'm saying? Just like a smart dog with, you know, common sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you can get these freaky ass dogs that sit on the table and they can't do nothing. You know, that ain't a dog to me. That ain't what I look for. So you can say, hey, this dog is harder than Pogo. From the chest, the head. All right, now let's throw the ball. Let's lead the dog out here. Let's lead the dog out here for 10 minutes with no leash, and then let's see what happens. Then you tell me if you leave with the same impression. You know, it's easy to stack a dog. I can stack Riff Raff on the table, and he killing shit just based off the bone and the chest and the extreme features. And then I can also say, all right, Riff Raff off the leash, 10, 15 minutes. Now let's see what the dogs do. Let's see who's actually a dog. Let's see who go over there and piss in the corner and to go explore and walk around and can do it without a cane. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That's when I say an all around dog. Temperament, body, movement, chest, rear, head, neck, the whole 9 yards.
So how would you classify that dog? Would you put him in more of the exotic category or the pocket category or
So exotic. The misconception about exotic is just is exotic because it's bulldog. That's not the case. Bulldog is bulldog. Exotic is a dog that stands out. When you see an exotic car, it ain't exotic because it stands out. It's exotic because it's a unique vehicle. You know what I'm saying? You see a Porsche don't look like a Hyundai.
True.
It don't look like a Honda. It's different. It ain't sloppy.
So
It's different. So that's the thing. Like we had exotics back in the day. It just wasn't called exotics. We had your Corrupts, you know what I'm saying, who was a freaky ass looking dog. We had like your Devil Den Viper, who was more on the bulldoggy look at the time. We had the Excalibur. We had a Pokemon, which looked like a Pokemon. To me, Omen.
Man.
Now those are dogs where you're like,
I'm at
what
work,
the
fam.
fuck? What is that?
Nah, for real.
Yeah, what is that? It ain't just because it look like a bulldog and make it exotic. It's a dog that actually stands out. So that's what I look like that's what I think of. But to answer your question, to me, Pogo is he's so before anything under 13 inches was considered micro.
Yeah.
Where with evolution now, you gotta be 11 inches. And most people don't got dogs under 10 inches. They just, if you look at 10 inches, it's not the case.
We got the wicked.
Yeah, so the most, you know what I'm saying? Like people say they got, it's not the case. 11 inches is really, really short. I got I got a shorty boy that's 11 inches, and she's shorter than a Frenchie, like a short Frenchie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 12 inches is a short ass dog. So I would consider him to be micro. He's on the exotic. I consider him to be on the exotic side because he has a unique look. He ain't sloppy. So I definitely consider, because to me, I grew in the game. Anything under 12 and a half inches, 12 inches, that's considered micro.
Yeah.
Right, so what's his stud fee at right now?
Pogo
Is
at
he
2,
open?
Yeah, he open. Pogo at $2K. It ain't expensive. It ain't, his oldest offspring is 12 weeks old. I'm not one of those dudes that's gonna fake the funky like, I'm putting my dog at $5K. Nope. It's only one or two dogs that I even consider paying $5K on the stud fee for. So Pogo is at $2K. It's fair. When his pups get older and I assess exactly what he's doing, he get up to $3K, and he'll probably be at $3K for the duration of his life. Riff Raff was at $3K for 5 years. I never moved it. And then cats that wanted to breed him back to his daughters, he was $5K. But I left him at $3K, and he was at there till I retired him. So I'm not a greedy dude. I don't need $5, $6K, $7K for a stud fee. Pogo at $2K. He'll be there till he get older. He'll get to $3K. He'll stay there for a while.
For sure. Can they
Hold on, my bad. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I hit that notification bell. I hit the donation button as well, man. Get us some money in there. Hey, I just want to say one thing, Tony. Do not buy no Crown Black no more, man.
He over there feeling good.
God damn.
This is like Hennessy. This like Hennessy straight,
Give
boy.
me one low key right,
Get me right, man. I done came in here late and shit, man.
Hey, came in here with the Crown Black.
Did you bring my shirt?
Oh,
Bruh,
man.
this is like Hennessy Black, bro.
I was smart today, man. I went by the daiquiri spot.
Hey, look.
I ain't fucking with y'all in that crown. It's too hot.
Hey, that Crown Black boy make you feel different, boy.
Boy, I was over here counting sheep.
It's some more cups.
God dang.
It's some over there.
Hey, it's a Crown Black right here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay. So outside of Pogo, what I know
come
you
get
had.
I got.
Can you talk about? Okay, because
I need some ice too.
I had plans. Well,
In the cup.
I did go up to Houston,
Yeah.
and my plans was to do the Red Romby challenge, bro.
man.
And that's when you hold Romby up for 60. Was it 30 seconds or
If you
60?
get 60 seconds, I give you $100.
60 seconds, bro.
60 seconds.
I had my plan and everything in place. I said, man, when I get there, I'm doing the Red Romby shit, and I'm gonna win that motherfucker. I said, I'm gonna do that bitch 100 times to get $100, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
What's
Yeah.
the Red Romby channel?
So
It was my boy I had at the time, man. His name was Red Ramby. And I going to the Houston show, man, and I had lost him. We wasn't even at the show for like 30. I wasn't even at the show for like 35, 40 minutes before he passed away. It was just a bad day, man. We got there. It was too hot that day. It
The
was
humidity in Houston is different
It
too.
was too hot at the show. That's
Yeah.
why I never go to another show in the summertime. It was too hot at that show. When I got there, I was there for 10 minutes. I was sweating, and all my instinct was like, man, it's normally I would have took my ass home. You know what I'm saying? But me, I was like, you know what? I had like 25 people that messaged me that morning, like, hey, you coming to the show? I'm only coming to the show to see Red Ramby. I'm only coming on the show to see you, to meet you. I'm like, man, like, all right, I'm gonna cool him down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll be fine. I took him to the car, tried to cool him down, get him in that AC, man. As soon as that sun kind of hit him, man, as soon as I got to the car, he died. He died within like 50 seconds when we got into that car. I tried to run. I ran through like 3-4 speed lights to try to get to the gas station, and
Done.
he died, man. I rode 3 hours back home to Austin with my dog dead in my passenger seat, just blood and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things, man. You live and you learn, man. You know, I took a L that day, and it's the first time I ever lost a dog at a dog show. In 18 years, first time ever. And it was just, he was young. He was only 9 months old. You know, it was hot it was like 86 in that place. It was hot. He was a puppy. He was excited. Everybody was gathering around, touching him, and he just got excited. So it just let you know, anytime you take an L like that, you just, you know, apply it and you learn and you keep moving. So now you can't get me to take my dog to a dog show. If it ain't fall or spring, I ain't fucking with it.
Should dog shows be banned during the summer?
It don't have to be banned during the summer. You just gotta go to a dog show with a responsible dog show host. When I threw my Shorty Bull Invitational in Dallas,
It was 60 below in that month.
it was cold.
It was cold. I remember.
Listen to me, it was
60
ice
below.
cold.
Arlington, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was ice cold.
cold in that month.
You ain't see no dogs panting or
Nah.
nothing.
Nah.
And I took that into consideration because I'm like, if this gonna cost us extra money to make sure we don't lose no dogs at this show, we gonna pay the extra money.
Yeah.
You know, and you know.
Hey, it felt like you needed a jacket in that month.
Yeah, it was cold as hell in there. And we did that shit on purpose. We did our research. Like, it's cold as fuck in here, and I guarantee people it's gonna be cold as hell in there. Don't you worry about it. I got you. We good.
Yeah.
So you just got to be conscious of what show you going to.
I got a question for you, man.
Yeah.
You know, this is the Bullspin podcast, man. So,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
we gonna get active,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You know,
let's get it. Let's
we've been
get it.
talking very.
I got the Crown Black in me.
Yeah, we've been talking very, very professional. you know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's great. You know what I'm saying? But man, look, you know, so I heard you some business, like, you know, some business like trying to do Big Twix.
Oh man, fuck that nigga.
What happened with you and Rory, dog?
Fuck that nigga. What's that nigga name that own Big Twix?
Fred Rory.
I don't fuck with that nigga at all. I don't fuck with him at all. He the epitome of what's wrong with the game. I don't got no personal beef with that nigga. I don't know him personally.
Yeah.
But I don't like how he do business. I don't like how he represent the breed. He fucked over one of my customers. I don't fuck with the nigga.
What did he do per se? You know what I'm saying?
So first of all, he just bad business. He don't know. He don't respect you. He don't respect your money. He don't. Respect,
I done heard that twice.
Yeah,
I heard it several times.
several times. So one of my guys, he bought a puppy from me, and the thing about me, you spend money with me, it don't cost me shit to point you in the right direction and show you love. Whether it's 6 months later, a year later. So a lot of new cats, man, you know, we men, we ego, we think we know everything. We want to do our own thing.
Yeah.
So instead of him consulting with me before he do the breeding, I was saying, don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? He went and did it, dropped 5 bands on a Twix stud critter.
Damn.
Did the breeding on a bitch I produced, and Fred Rowley just blocked him. Never would give him his papers.
Wow.
So he took the man money,
Took the man money.
blocked him.
And then would give him the nigga had 4-month-old nice ass puppies and couldn't get paperwork on them, and he paid the
Hold on,
fee.
though. What's the point of that?
It's just ego. Like he told him, he like, hey, I want to drop a deposit. Fred Riley, like, nah, I'm dropping a deposit. Hit me up when you got $5,000 up front. I don't want no deposit.
Yo.
Just send it to me all up front.
Damn.
Fuck that deposit shit. When you got the money, hit me up then click. And him. When a nigga talk to you like that, you already put. I can't.
Hey, I can't send him shit. Yeah.
But you know, niggas, you know, you do what you do. So he said, you know, you get caught up in the. I want to get a Merle. I think you know, you get caught up in the hype.
In the Merle shit.
I'm gonna be able to sell these puppies, you know, and it ain't always the case.
I told him he was a big ass dog. From my understanding, I thought he was like a big ass pit.
That's an F1. He's a
Twix.
Twix.
Hell nah, ain't nothing about Twix, no pit.
Yeah, so
That nigga's a monster.
Bulldog.
He's a
bulldog.
He's a bulldog.
Yeah, that
he's a
nigga cold though. That nigga cool.
Yeah,
the owner might not be worth a damn.
From my
dog,
videos and my pictures that I've seen of him in real life.
He's
Not my
not
style.
he's not a quality dog. He has.
I heard he got two left feet.
He has his tools.
I heard he got two left feet.
Yeah, there's no. there's
Dog,
no.
you said dog got
yeah.
2 left feet,
He
bro.
got 2 left
Hey,
feet.
there's
Hey,
no
he
perfect
exotic.
dog.
Man.
Yeah, there's no
He
perfect dog.
exotic.
There's no perfect dog. He got tools.
They photoshopped to put one
it-
with the left and left with the right.
Oh, I remember that, boy.
Was that him?
That wasn't Twix.
Yes,
that
that
wasn't
wasn't
Twix.
Twix.
That was a
That
different
wasn't
dog.
Twix.
Who was that?
I forgot the name of it.
Sakari.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
bad, Twist. My
shit.
bad, bro. But still.
That was
The game is
that was
wicked,
Sicario.
boy.
That was Sicario. That was
Yeah.
Okay.
Say nah, but Twix alright though.
Yeah,
Twix
he
alright.
a
I like
good-
Twix. I'm a fan of the Bitcoin blood myself. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
So,
like that blood.
I like
don't
Bitcoin
that
blood.
style.
I
Okay.
like
I'm saying.
I like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Okay. I fuck
Bitcoin.
with
I seen-
Bitcoin.
I
seen
got the
Bitcoin.
chance to see him in person.
Yeah, I
That was
like
pretty
Bitcoin.
cool.
Yeah.
Red Rabbit, that young kid, right?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He
out
was
of
on
Hey,
my
that nigga asshole, bro.
Hey, he was
Yeah,
on my
asshole.
radar too, but when
He did.
that's
He
the
did. A,
thing, you just gotta know who you
Yeah.
can do business with.
Yeah.
So look,
for
why,
sure.
why in the game we don't? Why do we allow
Fuckery.
fuckery? Like, and hold on, when we say fuckery, I don't want to just make it seem like we're just talking about this one specific person.
Yeah.
Like, nah, it's
In
a bunch of
general.
people.
It's a bunch of
Yeah.
fuckery.
It's
Yeah.
a bunch.
No
It's a guy
accountability.
over there who may be considered one of the top breeders in the game over there on the West Coast. Been fucking people over for
Yeah,
years.
no accountability.
No accountability.
No
Why do we allow that? Like, why is
Because
that?
people get we get
caught up with the facade.
the new
bro.
cats get they're afraid they're gonna get banned.
And it's been
They're
fuckery
afraid they're
going
gonna get
on.
outcast. Like, damn, I need this blood to try to sell
Yeah.
puppies instead of like standing on your own too and doing your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I cannot like your dog and respect you as a businessman and respect you as a stud owner. That's
For
how it
sure.
should be. But if you do fuck shit, you got to hold each other accountable. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The Photoshop shit, you know.
Facts.
So like I used to I had like maybe like a month where I'm like, you know what? I'm holding motherfuckers accountable. You photoshopping, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna let you know. And it was just a waste of my time. You know, at the end of the day I realized if you gonna take that Photoshop pic and you're not gonna ask for no videos, you're not gonna try to FaceTime the
That's on
dog,
him.
then that's on you.
Goddamn right.
That's on you.
Cause
That's
it's fuckery in every game.
It's every game.
It's no way you can take it out.
You gotta do your- you gotta
it's
do your
fuckery in
research.
churches, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh bullshit! You can slow it down if niggas stepped up and said something
nah,
about
you
it.
can't slow down the fucking.
Yes, you can.
You can't slow it
You
down.
can't if
if
it's
we
a
held
collective
people accountable,
if
and
it's
we
a
said we're not
collective.
gonna spend our money on
Yeah, if it's a
that.
collective unit, if it's done collectively, you can
But
do
the
it.
people that's fucking is the people that's on top. Damn near.
Yeah,
You
They,
you right.
and they fucking hard. You
Yeah.
Like a
they tearing some
motherfucker.
shit up.
Yeah.
You like they.
Y'all
Because
throwing
you
that
gotta think- because you gotta think about it. We sitting here we talking about Ryrie and what Ryrie doing. From understanding, man, these people is paying their money.
They paying that
So
motherfucker.
what is
bag,
the reason
you-
why? Because we had another person come on and said that he wasn't doing good business.
you get caught up in the hype, man. He was a smart businessman.
Got that Merle.
He a rapper, and he a decent rapper.
Yeah.
I fuck with the music. He a decent rapper. He came in flashy. He yelling. He doing all that shit. You know what I'm
Wearing his
saying?
shit,
To me, I've always was raised the loudest nigga in the room is the weakest nigga in the room. That's just how I was raised.
True.
Okay.
So he came in super flashy. Niggas kind of, let me get a part of that. And he a rapper. Maybe he got connections. Maybe he helped me sell these puppies. Not the case. He take your money. He do the breeding. He cut you off. You on your own. Now if he fuck with you, I'm sure he'd look out for you and shit like that. But he
Yeah,
ain't,
if
like,
you can touch him.
yeah, you could just see the messages
Yeah.
from what people screenshot. Where
Man,
like,
I done seen some wild shit from home. I
Yeah.
said, damn, that's how
Damn,
they
I
doing
ain't
you.
know.
I
Get down
don't
like that.
I don't like
Say,
that negative energy.
Nah,
I can't fuck with it.
he had a problem. He had a problem that was so big. he had a problem that was so big to where it was like you had damn near like 3 people that was trying to mediate one
Yeah.
situation,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
trying to
remember
get
that.
him to fix
Yeah.
what was going on.
Yeah,
And
like I said, I don't know that nigga personally. I ain't got no personal beef with him. Anything dog related, I don't want that nigga energy around me. You'll never see me playing
Man, I
kiki
ain't be-
kaka with that. Like I don't
I ain't
I
seen-
keep number positive people around me. So I don't like how you do business. I tell my customers, if you thinking about it, don't fuck with that nigga. Plenty other Merles you can do, you can fuck with if you trying to get that. Shout out to Gabby. She one of the originators of that Merle shit. There's other people with better Merles that'll do better business with you and actually help you in the process and not ego driven and all,
Yeah.
So just choose who you do business with wisely.
Yeah, but it, what?
I think my nigga just brung the rap. In the rap game, you ain't gotta say nothing to nobody. You can pay for a picture and don't get a handshake, or whatever, And it ain't like that with the dogs. Even if you look at like Bankroll, Freddie,
Yeah.
all them coming in the game, bro. They didn't have that same attitude. They were more open,
Yeah.
to where they gotta understand like with these dogs like with rapping, you really don't have to mingle. You can walk through a crowd and don't have to mingle with nobody.
Exactly.
But with the dogs, it's like with the dogs, you gotta mingle.
You got to sell.
Yeah, you got to.
You got to sell.
But I remember you went at the dude when he bought that. What was it, the $60,000 Sensei son?
Overpaid like
Boy,
a
you told
motherfucker.
his motherfucking ass up. When
Hey, he overpaid like a motherfucker on that dog, man. And I wouldn't even have said shit if he ain't claim it was the best. That's what it threw me left. Like you, if you would have paid your $60K and you was humble, I would have never said shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just some shit that it struck a chord with me. It's hard for me not to say something. So I let that shit be known, man. You already did bad business with one of my customers. He ain't do nothing wrong to me. He ain't take no money from me.
Yeah.
I ain't spend no, but I felt some type of way because he fucked over one of my people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, and now you got this $60K dog that you got fucked over. Where that dog at now?
That I was just about to say that he spent all that money. I ain't seen that dog not one time. Any of y'all seen that dog, Mr. Banks?
It passed away. Why? He was structurally fucked up, structurally unsound. That dog shouldn't have been sold
60,000
for more than
down the
more
toilet,
than
boy.
$2,500. That dog shouldn't have been sold.
Damn.
I got a
To each his own. That's
a question
karma,
for
though.
you. I got a question for you, F.A. man.
Yes, sir.
I got. Hey, y'all go hit that like button. We got 46 people in the room. I need 46 likes, man.
Tap in.
Go ahead. Tom.
Hey, I got a question. What you think about the list that we dropped?
I know what y'all
It's
be
getting
doing.
spicy.
I know what y'all be doing with those lists, and I like what y'all doing with those lists because that's what y'all got to do with those lists. If y'all make lists that are super accurate, they ain't gonna get them a whole bunch of likes. Like for example, Justin make the 40-second clip with with the animation with him and his dog.
Uh-huh.
That motherfucking shit might do 50,000 likes. I make an animated clip with my dog for the kids. That shit might get 500 likes, 2 likes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Controversy sells, sex sells. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So like, the controversy behind the list is genius. That's what y'all supposed to do. You don't want that shit to be accurate. Ain't none of y'all lists been accurate.
But we've been trying to make it accurate.
Yeah, well, y'all doing a terrible
whole thing.
job.
We're not purposely trying to bullshit the list.
Cause ain't accurate.
We just go by a different criteria.
Yeah, look,
That's what y'all doing.
Look, so you know what I'm saying? I got a question. So I seen that when we posted Cali list, she was like, man.
That's because I knew a lot of the cats on the Cali list.
Yeah.
Not Cali, Los Angeles
the
list.
Los Angeles list.
Yeah.
I didn't know a lot.
Correct terminology.
I didn't know a lot of the cats on there, but I personally knew or were aware of some of the cats that was on the list, and some of the cats I never even heard of.
But the list was predicated on people in the Los Angeles area, not Sacramento,
And it was
not South, not North.
Still
One
wrong.
thing that a lot of people don't know
It's
about
still
is
wrong.
that the list is also calculated on just the year
Okay,
2022
y'all need to clarify
only.
that.
It says that.
2022.
It doesn't
says
say that 22.
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah, it says that.
Y'all need to
Every
say in bright letters.
It does. It's
Only for 22, not
How-
over the decade, not over
How big do you want it? I mean, like it's right,
Right
there.
there.
It's right. It lit. I mean,
But the thing about it is that people don't.
No, you don't
they
see it.
get so caught in
Hey,
the
look,
faces.
look,
So
they see
I
breeder.
don't see nothing.
Who was the little kid? Who was the little kid on the
Bro, now you got to show the kids some
That's
love. Like the two
Young
little
Thad
homies.
out of
Okay.
It's two of them.
Thad and Money Mac out of Los Angeles, man.
Never heard of
They're
it.
like 15, 16 year olds.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, we
But
can
you
share
never
some,
heard
like,
of them.
Never heard of it. Like I said, I
They
try
probably
to
don't even have a Facebook.
Nah,
They
you
don't
got
have
to be on IG.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on IG. I
Yeah.
don't get too caught up in it. I try to stay in my own lane because, I got a lot of shit going on. But the cats on the list, I knew the cats on the list that put in work, 10, 12, 11 years that they got dope dog, produced
And-
dope dog after
yeah.
dope dog. That's going to be the first thing I see. Any cat that's been doing this shit for 6 months, I don't get, like, all right, maybe it's just for 2022, but I don't want to see no cat from 2022 that just started breeding in 2022. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have some kind of, all right, maybe he been in the game for 4 years, but he just popped off in 2022.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, all right, I see why you put him on that list. But yeah, y'all list been out of control. The Dallas list, out of control.
All right, let's walk.
What was
Let's
out of
take a
control
walk.
thing?
Let's take a walk about it. Like, so let's say what we had what was top 5? Anybody remember?
Pull up
Dallas
pull
list.
up the list.
Hold on, pull up the list. Pull
Yeah.
the top 5.
Pull up the list.
Let's do it. Top 5. Let's go.
Bro.
'Cause I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
it.
Keep it a
100.
buck. You understand me? Yeah.
That list was so bad. I'm glad I don't live in Dallas. Don't do no Austin list. I'm the only cat.
Hey, it's
It's only
coming.
no.
It's coming.
It's only a handful of cats in Austin.
Nah, it's coming.
We don't
FA.
got enough breeders in Austin to even do a list. I'm
Nah,
glad.
it's coming.
Maybe y'all do a Texas
Nah,
list in
FA
general.
is coming, P.
Nah, don't do no Austin.
FA.
We don't got.
You
we don't
from
got,
Austin, bro?
I live in Austin. We don't got
For
enough.
real?
Yeah, we don't got enough. You can't do 25.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
We don't got enough.
Like
in
y'all
Austin.
Central Texas?
Yeah, we don't got enough. You can do
Like-
maybe
like-
Austin, San Antonio.
Nah,
maybe.
we can't do that separate.
No, we
It's
ain't got. We
separate.
don't got. We don't
Y'all got Waco. What
Yeah.
they got? Tell me, Hey, Stevie. What's
Yeah.
like Waco? You got Austin.
Austin, Killeen.
Killeen.
San-
You could
San
put San
Antonio.
Antonio in there?
You got to
That's
if
an
you
hour
want-
away.
Nah,
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
put them because when I talk to them, they separate.
No, save it for the when y'all do the Texas.
I can't
list.
find the official list, but I found the.
I think that'll be.
Hey,
I found the
FA,
list with the names.
You from Austin, bro?
I live in Austin. I'm
Swear to
born
God.
born in Lagos, Nigeria, raised
Yes,
in
sir.
Chicago, currently living in Austin.
You know, Allen is a Nigerian
Bro.
as well.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
my
Stevie.
brother, my brother.
I thought.
We trying to pull up the
Say,
Dallas list,
look.
man. We gon'
Man, I got the list top to
Hey,
bottom, but not
hold
the
on,
official list.
Hold on, but look, this is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, FA boy, look,
That
bro, I'm
Crown
texting.
Black on you.
I didn't know,
Hey,
but listen,
Crown
fam,
Black.
nobody
is on
knew.
his
Hey,
ass.
I swear, bro, I did not.
Crown Black.
You
is
from
on his
you from
ass.
Austin, bro? Like for
I
real?
live in Austin, big
Yeah,
dog.
man, 6
I've
years.
been-
I've been there for 10 years.
Nah,
I went to Florida
man,
for 2
look,
years.
man, look, man, I feel bad right now.
Yeah,
from
man,
Austin.
Y'all already did some Austin shit?
Oh Lord Jesus.
Damn.
Hey,
Damn.
what?
Lord, Jesus,
Hey, man, look.
Yo,
Gotta
y'all-
make some
hey,
changes.
Now,
Y'all
Remix.
y'all gonna see me on the Idaho list. I ain't never lived in Idaho, y'all.
Fuck.
I'm telling y'all right now.
say,
That's
man.
dangerous.
Yeah, I live in Austin.
FA, bro, where you
I-
been
I-
at, bro?
I-
Like
I-
you,
You
I
can
swear
tell they
you-
ain't tapped in with me, man. I
swear
knew
you-
he was from Austin.
I stay off the grid. I
I thought he was down here too.
Yeah, I thought
You
it was
came
down
out.
here.
You remember coming to buy dog food for me?
I knew you were in Austin.
remember.
They didn't tap in with me.
But y'all thought I was in Dallas?
No, I knew
No, I
you were
thought
in
you
Austin.
like Houston.
But I ain't make the 25.
No, I thought you like Houston or
Y'all thought I was in
something.
Dallas?
No, hell no.
I knew you were in Austin.
Oh, okay.
I thought you like Houston type shit,
I
like,
thought he
like
was in Houston,
Odessa
to
or
be honest.
something.
Nah, man. Yeah, James.
This
thought I
nigga
was
went from Houston to Odessa.
Number one, we got Cash Money Mal in there. That's Justin Crawford.
Okay, so DFW list. Who we got first, Allen? On DFW list.
Cash Money Mal in there.
Yeah, I can
Disagreement?
Justin Crawford for 2022.
You-
Justin Crawford.
for
number
20,
one.
I can respect that.
Number 2, Exquisite Bullies. That was myself.
2022.
No,
Get on his ass.
Let me tell
Get
you
on
this,
his
man.
ass.
not two.
My
Why?
stud, my stud,
Why?
my stud passed,
Okay,
but
But why?
but why?
just a few months ago,
Yeah,
it wasn't nobody in Texas that had a stud that was fucking with me.
and who was the stud again?
Soji.
Soji. Okay,
Yeah.
I remember Soji. Well, he was cool. I liked him. But no, not two.
Not two.
Okay.
Number
We're
3.
gonna get your list too.
Okay.
Number 3, we got Top Dollar Kennels, 30 Rich.
Investor.
With Westmont.
No. What has he done? But flash a lot of money and fucking with Rich, with my nigga Rich. Keep it 100 with me. What has he done?
Invest.
Can
Man, he
you
been
tell-
making moves, man.
Make a
you
lot
tell
of
me-
moves, franchising, man.
I don't listen to me. Are we
He
doing,
got dogs,
are
bro.
we doing,
got dogs.
are we
He
doing
got-
business?
Or they productions or they,
shout
or they
out,
bought.
shout out to my nigga Rich
Shout out to
Westmont.
30.
I known that brother going on 15 years. I love what you're doing, man. Get the paper. That's my nigga. I just talked to that nigga a week ago.
Yeah.
But Top Dollar, what has he done?
Getting paper.
Man,
So is that the list? Is that the criteria? Niggas that's getting the
No,
money?
it's several different little
it's-
points.
What? Tell me
criteria.
his top 2. Tell me what he's done outside of getting money, dog related.
Okay.
Number 4.
When it comes to certain when it comes to certain people,
The Crown Black.
The Crown Black.
but when it comes to certain people, their social media influence may outweigh
So do
their
top,
actual.
do top 25 social media influencers.
No, that's
no,
not
And I
what
would
I
say
did.
that nigga would be number 2 or 3.
No. But I'm saying like that may not be the list. But I'm saying that
It's a
may
criteria.
outweigh. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it
get-
may be
I
so
understand
heavy on
what
that
you-
end.
But if we're
that-
gonna do a top breeder list, the dogs got to play some kind
They
of part
said
in it.
breeder.
So he got dogs. He got nice dogs.
He be doing his thing. man,
Is
with
it
dogs,
production
dog.
or is it bought?
It don't matter.
He do produce.
Just
He
make it-
got
nice
producers
dogs.
and
It should be a
buys.
combination of all of it. So
Producers and buys.
He
doing
What's the
his
top
thing.
stud
He going for
Uh,
an
Bone Devil.
Bone
that he
Devil.
produced?
I don't know.
I believe he produced Bone Devil.
He bought Don Devil.
I'm not sure.
Did he
He bought him.
Are you
I think he
100% sure on that?
Yeah, he bought Bone
It
Devil.
don't matter whether he produced it or bought it. If he doing his
It's
thing,
his.
He got some cool dogs though.
but y'all doing it based
Name
on
one.
the year. What was he
Yeah,
at in
based on the year.
21?
Name one, bro.
I don't know.
21, he may have
Name
been
one.
like
Hold on.
five.
Hold
I
on.
can tell you what
Don't
he
get past the question. Name
I
one.
can tell you what he was in 21. What was you saying, Tom?
What name of production that he produced?
30 George Jr.
Okay.
Uh,
Because when niggas ask y'all about this list, I
all them
say
dogs.
I'm gonna be like niggas gonna be like me. So if he number one, why he number one? If he number five, why he number five?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't giving me no concrete answer.
Rich
we can't
was
just
number
give you
5
the-
last year.
Because we can't give you
Sometimes-
the recipe.
Sometimes
you
in
know-
one area it outweighs
Yeah, I
what
can-
they lack in another area.
I can respect it.
Rich was
But
top. He was
I just
number
want to
5.
see niggas on the list that's putting a little
2020.
bit more work. It's easy to go crazy for 6 months. Can you go crazy
He
for
been
2-3
grinding, though.
years, 4 years? I know
But
he.
I
I know
think
he
he
probably
blew
has.
up
Yeah, he
in
been
2022 though. I think he took off
Okay.
in 2022.
Okay.
That was
So
his year. I think.
He took off. He took off after
the franchise with
think-
Westmont Rich.
Nah,
that's when I. That's when he got on the scene with Nick.
Nah, he
I'm
sold.
with
He,
F on
he,
that.
He was solidified
sold a
before
dog.
that.
He
yeah.
sold a dog for $60K at the show. I think that's what
I'm
really
with-
increased. On top of the music that he was already doing, because he was doing good music,
Okay.
and I think he really kind of capitalized on pushing the music out on more of the dog community
Okay.
versus the world. It maybe it was put out for the world, but the dog community really took on to his music, you know, real strong, and that kind of helped build his name. On top of him going out there spending the money,
I got you.
selling dogs for the bag,
Yeah.
you know, all that type of stuff was
Yeah.
going on.
Like
for
I
sure.
said, I took a break on the shows for a couple of years and shit like that. You know, I didn't know who he was until I found out who he was through Westmont Rich. You know what I'm saying? That's when I found out about him when they did the franchise and shit like that off that promo. So that's when I heard about him. But hey, shout out to him. Like them niggas getting money. I'ma salute any
sure.
brother out there getting
Nah,
money.
for sure.
For
That
sure.
I
bag,
respect
you know what I'm
him.
saying?
Number
I
4
respect
was 817 Bully Unit Dre with Ferdinand.
Yeah, I like Ferdinand. I can respect. You know, I know Ferdinand. He spent the bag on Ferdinand. Got him. Did it.
Nah.
Produced him.
Nah,
Oh,
he
that's-
produced.
I'm
He
thinking of the
produced.
other black boy.
Nah, that's
JP.
Philip.
That's
Oh.
JP.
You talking about
produced
JP produced what's that dog
Jack
name?
Boy.
Jack
You talking
Boy.
about Midnight?
Oh, okay.
Midnight.
Yeah, you talking about
LA Midnight.
Oh yeah, LA Midnight. Oh, okay then. Yeah. No, shout out to Ferdinand. I like that boy. I can respect that. That's a nice dog. I can respect that place on the list. I fuck with that one.
Number 5, Exotic Bully Plug. That's the guy that has the Merle Power, El Toro Loco son Power.
Nah,
He had over 200 lock-ins in
I don't.
2 months.
I don't believe it.
He showed him.
Outside
He
of having
posted
that
him.
dog, bro.
I don't believe it.
He posted them.
Posted what?
The lock-ins, the people.
Yeah, the lock-ins is fine, but
I don't
where
think
is his
so.
presence?
I don't feel it.
He's a quiet guy. He don't talk
Yeah,
much.
I respect it. I don't know if that. So he's off the list because of 200 lock-ins.
He made
and
number
the
5
Merle.
on the list.
So
Well, he
Bruh.
got a deep program. I ain't gonna lie. He has a deep
Okay.
program of dogs.
That
He
goes
got
beyond
like
nice dogs.
He got like 30
Yeah.
dogs over there.
hey,
big.
what's that nigga name out your hood that said he didn't make the list 2 years in a row? A nigga that's always
Daryl
got the
Mitch?
gun. A nigga that always got the
Creep
gun in his
Creep line.
Creep line.
Oh,
So should Creep line make the list?
no.
Okay, I was trying to see where
Man,
you were
that
going
got
to.
productions out the ass, boy.
He be no.
Wait, hold on. Maybe about 5 years ago.
No,
What you
Creep-
mean? Now?
No, I
don't know
give
about
it-
now,
You know what?
Oh.
Every breeder in the game should have the conviction that nigga got.
Man.
Because guess what? I know what. Hey, when niggas say creep line,
Yeah.
I know exactly who the fuck you talking
Nah,
You
about.
got
for
damn
sure.
right.
I know exactly
For
what
sure.
you talking about.
And he got a look.
Hey, he got a
He
look.
got
He
a
doing
look
his
for
thing.
sure.
So I ain't got nothing but respect for him. But he should not be on that list.
Okay.
He not on the list.
I
He
was
not
at-
on the list.
Number,
I was just asking because you had turned everybody down there. They said so. I was just trying to see if Creep line was more of your style.
number 6, I know his style. He would have went more like Vincent Butler.
Nah, but
Brock
not
Phillips.
2022. No.
Okay.
Nah.
Number
No.
6 is Texas Elite Frenchies. I'm not familiar. I don't deal with Frenchies.
Yeah, I
Anybody
don't,
familiar
I don't
with
deal
them?
with Frenchies either.
Yeah. Number 7, 817 Bully Unit Tony.
Okay.
I'd have put Tony ahead of number 5.
Yeah, I think I would have too.
Ahead of
Probably,
number 4.
probably ahead of number 4 too.
Yeah.
Ahead of Dre.
Yeah, I put produce a lot.
I think when that list came out, I think
Y'all
Dre was
y'all
really
off
on
that,
it,
Y'all
man.
was
That
off
was-
that Crown Black.
that
when
was
y'all
that
did
Crown
that.
Black kicked in.
Dre
for
was
sure.
real hot when that list came out.
Black
for sure.
kicked in. That Crown Black kicked
Yeah,
in
for
real
sure.
strong.
Nah, Dre was real hot when that
Yeah,
list
when he
came
did
out.
them, he got them CS. Got them
Yeah,
picks.
Dre was hot.
Yeah, you can be
He's still hot.
You can be a victim in the moment.
Number
depending on
8,
what's going
Freedom
on.
Frenchies. We'll skip them. We don't really know
anything
too much
French.
about the
Yeah,
Frenchies.
anything French.
Number 9, June Williams.
No,
He shouldn't have been at number 9.
no, June shouldn't be at number 9.
What about number
He should be
1?
at number 2.
No, he shouldn't be at number 2.
10.
Where would you put him on the Dallas list?
It's 20 spots.
20 spots.
June
And we got 5.
June. It's 20 spots.
4 honorable mentions.
He had number
3
9.
honorable mentions.
He had number 9.
He at number 9 right now.
Man, I give him maybe he'd be 15 to 20 range. He's June is and June that's my boy too. I know June, but I told you I keep it 100. June pivoted, which was a genius for him. He pivoted more into dog shows and being a host and
Ain't got to wait for the dog.
He found his lane.
Yeah.
He not breeding enough to really to be considered like a top 15, top 20
Got a
breeder.
consistent yard over there though.
Is
Yeah,
it?
he
I
got
don't
some
think
shit
so.
now.
Yeah, his
I
yard
think-
consistent,
I-
bro.
I-
His
I
yard
think-
been
I
consistent.
mean, I'm not gonna say that.
Rather,
I
is
think for
it the
him-
look that everyone like?
Oh, he got
But-
he got good dogs. Me and June took a fucking. We rode 11 hours together
Yeah, he got nice
to
dogs.
Kansas to go see Shorty Bulls when he went to go get the Shorty Bull.
Mhm.
So I ain't got nothing but love for June, but I tell June to his face, I keep it 100. He got some nice dogs. He knows how to breed. He does a lot of research. He's passionate about breeding and all that kind of stuff. But June's know more about June than he is about his dogs right now.
Yeah.
It's more about the
Yeah.
personality, which is fine.
I think
There's
him.
nothing wrong with that. Find your niche,
Yeah.
find your lane,
And
and you
take the fuck
you
off.
kill that shit. But when we talking about breeders, no. If you say who was the top 20 bully personalities, June would be number 1.
I think the voting for him on that list was more the influence.
Yeah, he got a lot of. So who is the top influential bullies in Dallas? June would be number 1.
See, but it's comprised of so many different
So
variables
I
to
think
make
I-
the breeder.
the influence
But
outweighs so much more.
I think when y'all get caught up, when y'all say breeders, is what throw the list off.
Oh,
What?
yeah,
But it's more.
that's the clickbait.
That's the
we feel like
clickbait.
that's,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not, it's not clickbait. It's more to being a breeder in
In
2022.
2022.
When we say breeder, when you heard on the other side, how do it come?
When I hear breeder, the first thing that goes to my mind is who got the best yard, who got the best dogs, who's doing this shit consistently, who's
throwing that look.
promoting, who's throwing that look, who got blood that other people are repping or passionate about, whatever. The likes don't mean shit. You know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
and I don't deserve number 2. Shit. But at the time this list
I give
came
you-
out, I didn't deserve number
I
2.
don't know. I give you top
How
5.
Damn.
Top 5.
So when we say it, it's more like we just speaking of the person,
Yeah.
the person that's a breeder.
But as a consumer, when I see breeders, my mind immediately goes to dogs.
Yeah.
If you say influencer, my mind immediately goes to personality, what they doing, how creative they are, shit like that. That's where my mind goes. But I think exactly what y'all doing, that's what y'all supposed to do. I'm gonna give y'all some game. I think this is what y'all should do next to really just get that shit to go viral, maybe crossover. Y'all need to do.
Hold on. How much game is it? Because they be stealing.
All right, I'll wait till y'all.
Yeah, tell us later.
I'll tell y'all
Wait,
offline.
Don't tell us that.
I'll tell y'all offline. I'll tell y'all exactly what y'all
Okay.
should do offline on what I think will really be able to get y'all shit to even get more exposure. Then y'all can bring that shit back.
For sure.
I got
Appreciate
y'all
that.
offline. Yes, sir.
Number 10, we got Trophy Line Exotics. That's Jay Williams with March Madness, the Merle boy.
Oh, I heard it. I seen him. I can respect that. I can respect that.
Number 11, we got Don Johnson Bullies with Low
Lil
Wop.
Wop.
I can respect that.
Dunn should have been at 4 or 5. Easy,
He should have been higher on the list.
easy.
Why you say that?
He just
He got production after production after
he-
production.
he
He on
working.
the he working at
working,
He
shows.
working, bro.
He on the net. That nigga
consistent.
everywhere. You can't miss Dunn nowhere,
he
bro.
doing AIs for cats. He doing like he busy.
Yeah, he
Busy. He ain't
same.
super flashy, and we get caught up with the who got the most money, who's
For
out
sure.
there.
For sure.
And we forgetting who niggas out there that's really really working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no,
I
no,
respect
Don-
Don on that. He should be a little higher on that list, in my opinion.
I can't even argue with it, but when we go to talking about 4 or 5, I'm like, damn, he should jump like
He should be over Drake,
He should be-
over Marco.
He should be over June
He
right
should
now.
be over 4 5 for shit show.
Yeah, he should be over June for sure.
You think he producing better than Marco?
Hell yeah, what does Marco produce?
Marco?
If we talking about productions,
Have you seen his yard?
man, we talking. Have you seen Dunn?
Yeah.
Dunn throwing shit
No, I don't
after
think you
shit
seen
after
Dunn
shit.
yard.
I done seen a lot of it.
Bro,
I've seen a lot of stuff. I mean, I
No,
don't know
I'm
every
talking
dog
about
you
the-
got.
I'm talking about
Mr.
the go
Fetty
over there and
Wap,
see
bro,
what he got.
Mr.
No, not like
Nino,
that,
bro,
nah.
Yeah, you
that
got
that
some
nigga
shit.
throw
You got some
kissing
shit over
dogs
there.
after dogs.
I think
man.
it
Got some
depends
shit
on
over
the
there.
style. Like I think y'all like more of that.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking at the
that
dog
bulldoggy
specifically.
style.
I'm looking at motion, like motion. He constantly got motion. He constantly
Yeah,
He
for sure.
consistent. He working.
So-
shows. He had shows. This
The
youngster.
same
I was him at one show this year. The past year. The Marco. I was seeing one, maybe
Marco
two shows.
at every show all across the world.
I've just seen him at one or two shows.
He don't
man.
talk, so you gonna miss him. If,
Yeah, you gonna
if you don't,
miss
if you're not looking at his dogs, you
But
gonna
that's-
miss him.
and-
But I'm talking about-
But look though, when
But
you talk
social
about
media presence,
he done
too.
bred to Crown in person. He bred the Soji in person. He done bred the Toro Loco in
We ain't
person.
talking about people
He done
that bring
bred
the
the
dogs
Lemon
in
Drop
person.
in person.
But does
He done
that-
bred
but does that
he,
make-
he got a lot of motion, bro. Like all
Yeah.
these dogs, he done bred to in person.
I
And he
feel
had all
like-
these shows
Hey, look,
across the
look,
world.
look,
He
look.
just don't.
I got
When
a
you see him,
question.
if he in his room, you wouldn't even notice he was here.
But you
I
gonna
got a
know.
question.
He gonna
But
be
you
in the
know
corner not
Dunn.
saying a word.
You gonna know Dunn in the
I got a-
room
Because you
I got a
gonna hear
question.
him.
You goddamn right.
I got a question. So I'm just asking this: does because a person breed to a dog or go travel to breed to a dog, does that give him more emotion than a person?
That's
If you
prom-
produce,
no.
that's
if-
promotion.
If
in
you
itself.
produce, and then that's also it's promotion. Not everybody gonna put that work in to go to Cali and breed to a dog in person. Or spend that money.
I know cats that sent George money,
Yeah.
just to breed to Miyagi in person, just for the picture,
Yeah.
just to say they took the picture with George.
Yeah.
They didn't go there because they thought it was gonna be the best breeding for their program. They did it for the hype and the promotion. You know, when you get, and then nothing against George, when you earn that type of clout and you can do that shit, you do that shit. But just because cats traveling the world to go breed to these dogs don't mean they doing something. But I don't know, Marco.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Danny with Crown. That's my brother.
For sure.
Niggas out there you doing your breeds, you doing your breeds. I like Crown. I like those dogs, man. But
I think Don should have been like 6, man.
I'll give
I
him
just can't jump
yeah,
him. I just can't jump
I don't know
Marco.
if I necessarily
We should have
jump
moved him
him
up
to
to 6.
Hey, will he jump him over you, Allen?
Don? No.
No, I don't think he go. I won't put him over you.
No.
But you shouldn't be number 2.
I'm gonna put him 4 or 5 easy.
I think I was an easy 2 at that point. during that time,
During
man,
that
Ahead of Rich? You think you get it ahead of Rich?
during that time, bro, like I'm a humble guy, so I don't
Yeah.
talk about it a lot.
Yeah, but you was
But
doing
I done
your
made over $200K with Soji, bro.
Okay.
Like
All right,
what,
let's- so let's
what
move.
nobody, what,
So do you think you trump Rich on this
Soda?
list? You think you need to be ahead of Rich?
Rich bred to my dog.
But do you think you need to be ahead of Rich
to
on this list?
Say no more. You. That's it. That's it.
Do you think you need to
You
be
ain't
ahead of
answer
Rich?
the question.
If we talking numbers,
and you want to talk numbers?
if we
Answer
talking
the question.
numbers, do you over Rich right now?
Yes, I said I
he
said
said
I
Rich
deserve to
bred
be
You
to
made more money than Rich on this list.
No.
No, no.
when it come to what?
Studs.
Money, we talking money.
When it comes to studs.
Stud now, dog.
Studs now.
We
Facts.
talking money.
For sure.
Facts.
For
We
sure.
talking money
Facts.
overall.
When it comes
Overall.
to stud
Nah.
now, Soji, facts.
We talking money, sales,
May-
puppy
may-
sales,
maybe-
dog
may-
sales,
maybe
Nah,
money.
nah, let's just say studs. Let's keep it simple.
He consistently sell dogs for bigger numbers like puppies. You know, he done sold dogs for 60K. I haven't had a 60K puppy
Yeah.
sale. But when it comes to
Consistency.
fees.
Yeah, consistency.
stud fees, yes.
Banging that shit out.
I
Hey.
can respect. I believe if
And,
he
you
if he
know,
bred to
and
your
30.
dog,
Yeah.
you win.
Yeah.
And not even like that, because I respect Rich.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
yeah,
But
nah,
when you
nah,
put me in an
nah,
argument
nah,
and I got to prove my point.
Yeah, that's
you know
all
what
we
I'm saying?
trying to just speak
Talk,
to
talk,
people.
you can talk your shit and be
Yeah.
respectful at the same
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
Talk your
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, real.
Yeah,
talk
talk
your
your
shit.
shit. Talk your shit.
Shit,
Number
man, what's-
12, we got True Line Exotics.
Yeah.
JP Dallas with Jack Boy.
Jack Boy.
Nah,
I like Jack Boy.
I like Jack
Yeah,
Boy.
Jack Boy
I
cool.
would put him 15, 16-ish.
13 is Roy Gordon with Vulture.
That's accurate. I like Roy. He be hustling his ass off. He be moving and grooving.
I think 2021 he was like number 1.
Yeah,
know,
y'all was tripping.
He was hot. He was.
But
real
if
hot that
y'all
year.
doing it based on that individual year, that makes sense.
Yeah, that
I didn't know.
2021.
I didn't know. Looking at it, y'all was just doing it in a 12-month window. Then
Yeah.
that would
Yeah,
make
yeah, yeah.
that makes
2021.
yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
sense.
West Coast was the champion of the world. So he was champ that dog out on every city, every coast. You know what I'm saying? He was traveling the world. He's doing breeds. He was
Yeah, I
producing
can-
dogs. You know, it
I
was
can respect that. You could tell the
2022.
niggas. You could tell the niggas that's working.
Yeah, 14 was Jason Booker with what's the dog name?
Muddy Waters.
Muddy
what
Waters.
it was. That's
Takeoff
Takeoff
Son.
Son.
Yeah, yeah.
And Takeoff
Is
Boy.
was he a Merle?
Nah, he a
Uh-huh.
lilac takeoff sign.
Oh,
Book
okay.
be under the radar doing a lot of breedings, bro. A lot of breedings.
Yeah, I don't know him.
Yeah, he under the radar.
15 was Borlato, DFW Borlato line with what's the dog name?
Escobar.
Escobar and
Euro.
Euro.
Twix son. Euro.
He said just off the Twix.
Oh, damn.
No.
Well, damn.
No, Twix, that shit trash.
He earned. Hey,
Euro look good though.
Trash.
earned that. He earned that spot, man.
Yeah, he was hot then too.
Yeah.
16.
And he's still pushing too. Like he,
yeah.
He ain't let up.
promoing like crazy.
I respect
16 EBC Pet Supplies.
Oh, yes,
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
That's a boy.
Emmanuel,
Brody with Yogi and the whole gang. You know what I'm saying?
I can respect him at that number.
17 Boss Line Kennels.
I can respect that number.
18 Low Key Kennels right here.
I can respect that number.
19 was
That's me.
Stevie
Heavy
Drake.
Hitter Bullies.
I can respect that number.
And then 20 was GA Kennels. That's Iguana and
Y'all sleeping on me. I ain't make
What's his
20,
name?
fool.
you ain't have a dog then,
Man, you
man.
ain't have a dog at that time.
And then honorable mention. Honorable mention. We got number 7. With he's tied in with Brittany Bryan them now.
Okay.
Power Circle Bully Spitz
Okay.
and Treasure. The girl
My
that's
favorite girl.
Yeah, the Flat Out Kennels. The young girl who's at every show killing it. You know, with the stack on.
Shout out Treasure. You doing your thing, baby girl.
Mhm.
Get good grades in school.
Yep,
We might
yep.
got something for you up here at the Blitz Spin Podcast show.
Yep.
Yeah, we definitely got a memory card game for
Oh,
you,
yeah,
man. We
for
got
sure.
plenty of them.
For sure.
So what you know?
It's some honorable mentions. Huh?
Yeah.
Who would you add and who would you take off this list?
Yeah. That's
Man.
your IFA list for 2022.
I can't. I'm gonna be honest. I can't tell you all of them because I know cats based off
Production.
dogs and all that kind of shit, man. The list wasn't bad. It was just a little bit out of order. But the list
I
holds
got a
more,
question.
it
I got a
holds more
question, 'cause-
relevance
hey,
because
I
I
got
know
a
it's in a 12-month time
I got
frame.
a question. I mean, I got a lot of slack, man. A lot of homie. Mike Hawkins hit me up and said he should have been on. Not saying he shouldn't have been on the list, but he said he should have been on the list.
Mike Hawkins.
He don't live in
that's
Dallas.
Yeah, he don't live in Dallas no more, do he?
Yeah,
He from Dallas,
Where
right?
he live
Nah,
at?
he still live here.
Yeah, do
No,
he?
I thought he lived in
yeah.
like Frisco or somewhere
Yeah,
else.
man, that's Dallas, man.
Oh yeah, that's Dallas.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think he thought he lived in Oklahoma. Nah, like he out here in
Yeah,
Dallas,
yeah.
Dallas suburb.
Mike been doing this thing for a while. He been on a slow grind. I think with Mike, and I don't know Mike personally. We never even shared a message or anything like that. I don't think bullies is like his number one, concern. Like it's more like an afterthought.
Nah,
Sometimes-
it's not an afterthought. It's not, bro, because I promise you, bro. Homie hit me up like we would talk, bro. He be like, "Hey, bro, yeah, man, I'm doing my fucking shit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I got this. I'm selling
Man,
dollars.
I think-
But you know where it get fucked up
40,000,
at though.
you know
A lot
what
of
I'm saying?
cats don't brand that shit right.
Yeah,
It's like, all right, it's Mike Hawkins. What's his kennel name?
That's a fact.
you're right.
I don't know it.
I know Mike Hawkins
I know his name.
because I know his Facebook. He got the one picture when he was with the Cowboys,
Yeah.
but I don't know his kennel name.
Yeah,
Like,
That's
I can't
where
bully.
Brandon. I just
Yeah.
know because he's had some nice dogs in the past.
yeah.
So I remember. I couldn't tell you what dog he got now. I can't tell you his kennel name. I can't tell you when he been at no shows. That's where Brandon is so important.
Yeah.
He's just known for. I know a bunch of Mike Hawkins.
I think if this was an overall list, maybe not a 2022 list,
He would make it. Probably
he would make it.
He'd
But
make it
I just
overall, but not in
don't think he
2022.
did anything in 2022.
I would agree with that.
What about Smurf World, man?
Who was that?
Smurf World, I think he's one of those people that get lost
Who
because
was Smurf World?
nobody knows where he's at or where he's from.
Who was Smurf World?
Because Smurf World goes in between.
He got the-
I think go between Memphis and Dallas
Memphis,
is Smurf
Dallas,
World?
and another state.
in
too.
another state.
Who
Is
is
it
Smurf
Atlanta
World?
or Florida?
Maybe
Who is
so.
that?
Smurf
he
World.
got-
Smurf.
He always pulling up in
I
the
can't-
blue.
I
In the
can't-
blue. What kind of car is that? Is that a vet?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
It ain't a Lambo.
I can't even picture it, but I can see
Who
his
is
face.
Smurf?
Yeah.
What?
He
You've
be
seen him
having
before.
like he be having like 10 to 8 cars, baby blue, Smurf blue at the dog show.
Oh, you talking about the little skinny homie?
Yeah,
You know
he's
what I'm saying?
skinny. Yeah.
Yeah, real skinny homie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't even know he was from Dallas.
He not. He from Memphis.
That's the thing. I think he get caught up because
we
he
got
go
on
back
the
and
line?
forth from Memphis to Dallas to.
What's going down? What's going down? This is Mr. Rude Pitts calling out of California.
What's going on, Rude Pitts?
Chad, what's up, Rudy?
Yo.
What's
Rudy.
going down, everybody?
What's
I
the word?
appreciate you guys taking this phone call. First I want to give a big shout out to Ife for jumping on. This is what I want to see. Real OG breeders jumping on to drop those real facts for one. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
the next thing is, man, that list with LA and California, and California's list on LA,
Y'all piss people
you got to
off with
make,
that
I
LA
guess,
list.
2 lists: of Northern California and the Southern California.
Yeah, that's true.
In that respectable aspect.
That's true.
Let
Like
me see.
Juan with
There's
Kingpin
just
Line,
so
he
much.
lives in
I've been watching-
Mercer,
Say again?
California. Like Juan with Kingpin Line, he lives in Mercer, California.
Do you think he would make a list for 2022?
No.
No. He wouldn't
I
make a
feel
list for
I feel we got to pay homage and respect to the foundation breeders that created.
Yeah,
We
you know,
we're
that
gonna come out with a Hall of
that-
Fame list.
A Mount Rushmore, listen to me.
Yeah.
A Mount Rushmore, we put out a Mount Rushmore
It's in the works.
literally minutes
before
that list came out.
Okay.
But you know what? Nobody paid attention to the Mount Rushmore. Oh, this is too accurate.
Yeah.
This is too right.
Exactly.
This is too right.
It's too. Yeah, you got to fuck it up so people talk about it.
So everybody,
that was. Go ahead.
everybody got stuck on the list, but no one paid respects to the folks on the Mount Rushmore. We put George on there, who apparently, blocked the Bully Spitting podcast page.
Fuck
and we didn't know that until we got ready to tag him on that post. And we put Richard Barajas was on there. Peter Bonelos was on there. And
Ed Shepherd.
Okay.
And Ed Shepherd.
All
What?
Hall of Famers.
So these are all the heads. Let's say Gotti Line, Miyagi, Bullseye, and Dax.
Correct.
Right.
But when I seen that whole thing, that mount, I was like, wait a minute. And now, no disrespect to Peter, okay? We understand he owned Bullseye and sold them. But we got to pay respect, real respect to Carlos that owned the female that produced Bullseye.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I agree with you, but you got to understand that Peter's
So-
the one that branded it, though. That's when branding, and
I
that's
hear
when
you.
that's when
It was a whole
ownership
movement.
plays a
They were all a part of the same
yeah,
thing.
ownership plays
I do
branding and
understand.
ownership plays a part in that.
I've been in this bully movement every day since '06, watching it like a hawk.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I've watched it develop from Gotti lines
Yeah.
to the exotic direction. There's so much that I want to drop on the Bully Spittin' podcast one day.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Rude Pitts,
but right
man.
now,
Rude Pitts, I mean, you've been doing this for a while. I done heard your name a lot. I done seen
Yeah.
you mess around with the Shark Line guy. I done seen you when you had your own production when you was pulling up the show. What was the name of that stuff that you had at the time? 2000. Let's say
which
2000.
one?
That's 2010. Let's say 10.
2010, you know, we had Little Blue Zombie.
Yeah,
Little Blue
yeah.
Zombie. It was
Somebody
a
said
blue
he was a
classic
troll.
male weight puller.
No,
and classic
Not Rude
Shark.
Pitts.
that was
Yeah,
the Shark Line.
yeah, Shark Line
Okay.
guy. Shark Line guy was the
Yeah,
troll.
yeah.
Because I remember y'all used to go back and forth
Yeah.
with that
Yeah.
Shark Line and,
Shark
and,
Line.
Yeah.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Pitts. One of them was a troll.
Yeah,
Well,
because
I would say, unfortunately, I have Shark Line as in the very, 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 very far off and down, way out there in the foundation bloodline, and I thoroughly washed that shit out, so he could never explain my look or style or direction ever.
yeah, man. Hey,
You know, for the
hey,
record.
if you talk to Shark Line, he created all the exotics.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
talk to him,
yeah,
boy, I
he's
swear to
troll.
God.
But yeah,
Now, I want to remind Ife. The last time I seen Ife was the what was that show here in Santa Clarita? It was the show number 2. It was the ABR's first show, the Spring
Fling. Yeah, Spring Fling. That was
Dude,
the, yeah,
Spring
that
Fling 2.
was, yeah.
Man, that was
where
an epic
I
show.
was invited to hang out at the booth with my people and Ed Shepherd.
Uh-huh.
And then I ended up calling over Roger West Coast Gotti Line to come over because I had picked up a Young Money son.
Yep. I
So
remember.
Roger shows up with Young Money. Riff Raff shows up right there. I got Ed right there with Dax. I got my bitch, Dax's daughter right there, along with my Young Money son. And I got photos to prove that.
Yeah.
That's the last time
Yeah.
I laid eyes on Riff Raff.
Yes, sir. I remember
Hey,
that.
hey, Rude Pitts, question, man.
Yes.
Do you feel that the dog game has it's just anybody can answer this question. Do you feel that the dog game got away from the dogs, or more so on the perception or the personalities of the people?
Most definitely, it's it's always been the hustle game, right?
Yeah.
But I feel in the beginning, a lot of real dog men doing real dog men shit
For sure.
as far as breeding, producing, showing up, showing these dogs in the show ring. See, this is what we are missing, is the OGs pushing everybody to get these productions in that show ring. Support the registry that helps to keep those doors open, regardless if it's a new or old registry. You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
But not only that, there's just so much as far as correct labeling on paperwork, understanding what you have. You got to read the written standard to know what you truly got in front of you. They say there's multiple written standards. I understand. You know what I mean? But once again, it's all interpretation until you bring it to that inspection. You know what I mean? And don't be afraid to allow that judge to tell you all the pieces that are right or wrong without taking offense.
Yeah, I think I was talking to James. James told me, shit, you know, he used to bring the measurements, the wicket to the show and tell you if your dog was in the class or wasn't in the class.
I think MacGyver Price was probably the last of that era.
Yeah.
MacGyver used to bring that boy.
Yeah.
We got a wicket in here today.
I also want to state that I am the guy. Mr. Rude Pitts is the guy that pushed for ABKC to consider and allow Bullseye Blood back in 2015 when they booted it out. I talked to Dave Wilson 2019 at Nationals here in California because I have a Bullseye son produced by South Bay Gotti line that I bred to my Dax daughter. At that moment in time, they were born in, I want to say September. So November is when I had to go plead my case because I couldn't register my Bullseye son to ABKC when it was bred to my Dax daughter, ABKC. So I had to go IBKC on the build and then plead my case that not every exotic blood bred to American Bully is going to come out exotic. Yeah. The dogs that are the in-between the American Bully look, they deserve a home. They deserve a recognition as an American Bully. They deserve to go back to the original home of the American Bully, the ABKC, under a strict evaluation process, hands-on evaluation process by a senior judge with mandatory DNA submission.
Keyword, senior judge.
Yeah, I could definitely respect that.
So this was an evaluation process called the flagged evaluation process. Dogs like Hard Rock and China Boy, they went through that evaluation process to get into the ABKC. Basically as studying stock. Whether I did it to show in the ring, I did it to clean up the genetic, take it a step back, bring it into a registry where it was most hated, take it and win against its competitors. And we did that. We did champion that blood out, the most hated. We reached that goal.
Hey, man, we appreciate Hey, Rude Pitts, man, we're going to get you on one day, man, where you could definitely come and tell your story.
Most definitely. So I got one more question because I'm almost complete.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm saying all this stuff because I reviewed like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, last month's live where you guys were, it was a two video with Dave Wilson talk, ABKC talk, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. My next question was, there was a young man there. He's got the black hat on with the Jordan. He's all blacked out with the Jordan shirt.
Yes, sir.
Sitting there right there in the seat. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I believe he's got the USBR, the F1 blood.
Uh-huh.
And he had a question, if people knew of a dog named Whispers.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Do you recall that?
Yeah.
Was that South Bay Gotti line Whispers?
I believe
Bullseye
so.
son?
Yeah. Yeah, he was mostly black.
That's from Cesar Hazar.
Right.
You know, and I keep telling people, you know, when I ask people, do you know who South Bay Gotti line is, Cesar? A lot of these so-called big times, they say, no, this is when I know you're too new to understand the real people that started this exotic bully movement. You see what I'm saying? Before it was out in the open.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's the blood I'm running. That's what we got. South Bay Gotti line, Bullseye, bred to Dax. And then I bred it to, I moved up north, Northern California, bred it to two-time Judge blood.
What's your count?
That's Rude.
Rude Pitts Gotti line exotics, a.k.a. West Coast Rude Pitts, a.k.a. Rude Pitts Gotti line exotics, formerly Harbor Area Rude Pitts.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you tapping in,
man. And I do appreciate you here. Thank you for bringing me on.
We got to get you on, man.
I'm
Hit us a DM.
Yeah, Rue
I would
Piz-
love to chat it up because that's
Yeah.
all I do is dog talk.
Yeah, real
Yes,
talk,
sir.
Now,
real talk.
Put the pressure on them, Ife. Let them know how it should be.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
Always,
yeah.
always.
Man.
Appreciate you.
Rue Piz was a real legend though. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, he really had.
Yeah, he did
you
his
know,
thing.
he
South Bay Gotti line too, man.
Yeah,
They do Frenchies now mostly, but they
They
was
was-
instrumental in the
Man,
bully world with
they
the
was.
freaky look.
That's where
with the
Noggin
Bozart
come
shit.
from.
Yeah, they had the little fun colored dots with the mask.
Yeah, they was epic, man.
Yeah, he's been consistent. I ain't
Yeah.
got nothing but love
So
for that.
so is it safe to say is it gonna be a time where these exotics gonna run back to him to clean them up?
It's already
Oh,
happening.
it's already
Yeah,
happened.
I think people ran with the EB freaky sloppy look for a while, and that shit got old. It got boring.
Yeah.
And now it's like we need wow factor.
Do y'all
And
think that's why Devil Spit Blood is really just on the rise this year? Like it's been
So-
Devil Spit Blood been cool,
Well, I'm about to say,
but
no,
it's
so-
on the rise though. It's on the
No,
rise this year.
you late. It's
Yeah.
Devil
popping.
Devil Spit took
That's the
over
mix.
California like 3-4 years ago. So Papo, that's like my brother. The way I met Papo was Devil Spit was hot at the time, but he actually Devil Spit was not hot at the time. He was unknown.
Yeah.
So was Riff Raff, and we was just traveling to the shows together, and then like every show I went to, I see Papo ass there.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if the show was in fucking South Dakota. I'm like, what the fuck you doing here, Papo? Like we ain't even know each other. We ain't really talk to each other. So we just got cool because we just ended up at all the same shows together. So we was just promoting, just doing our thing, man. And
Okay, y'all.
Devil Spit just took over Cali. Like what he did with Devil Spit was what I was trying to do with Riff Raff. You know what I'm saying? It was really change the look and change the game. But Riff Raff didn't have the head gene with the color. Like he didn't have the complete package like Devil. Like Devil Spit was a little long. He had his flaws, but he was a
had the
good
look.
total package.
Yeah.
Riff Raff flaw was his head, and that was big at that time. So what Papo did with Devil Spit was what I was trying to do with Riff, but Devil Spit completely took over Cali.
He got a new boy coming.
He's
too.
he's dominant in Cali. He's dominant in China now. Like that Devil Spit blood is really prominent over there.
Yeah,
Tasmanian Devil. Like
Yeah.
so. Shout out to Papo, man. But yeah, that Devil Spit blood is actually dying down a little bit.
It's gonna come back.
It don't
Yeah,
seem like it though.
yeah.
That's crazy.
No,
It
it's
don't
dying
seem
down.
like
It's dying down. It was really hot like 2, 3, 4 years ago. But now the Devil Split is hot because of the Offspring.
Yeah.
It's becoming where it's the look. So your Daredevil blood and your Tasmanian Devil blood and your
Gotta have a look. You got the look. It's fine. It's
So as long as it's back there, it's Devil Spit blood. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh, okay, you talking about the pure Devil Spit.
Devil
Yeah,
Spit
yeah.
my
blood.
shit,
Yeah.
I'm saying you see a lot of people run into these other studs that are off of Devil Spit.
Yeah,
And I'm kind of with him. I feel like it's definitely an increase in this last
You
year
think so?
or two.
Yeah.
Not directly off of Devil Spit,
Yeah,
but,
just
like
people are
blood.
searching for the
Okay. I can see that. I can see that.
Because of
They
the
want
structure
blood.
you talk
Yeah.
about cleaning up.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
can
that's
see
like
that.
that's like one of the ones that
yeah, you can get the exotic face with the
Yeah,
tight feet.
they run into all
Yeah.
these Devil Spit sons and grandsons.
Yeah,
crazy right now.
But with that Devil Spit blood, you got to be careful. You can't inbreed that shit like you do some of the other shit.
Yeah.
You can inbreed the fuck out of Veneno because he's scatterbred and he got some bulldog in there too. But the Devil Spit blood, you can't really inbreed that shit like directly. You're gonna get the knuckled up feet. You're gonna get the sway backs. You're gonna get a lot of that shit. You got to be really, really careful on how you breed that shit. But if you breed that shit right, man, you get some beautiful dogs. Some beautiful dogs.
For sure.
Now, as far as your camp and the studs that you have available and the litters and puppies and things like that you might be working with, tell the people a little bit about what you have personally going on your camp.
Man, I'm just doing what I always do, man. Just trying to stay consistent and trying to stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? Being creative and all that kind of stuff. So I got my boy Pogo, who's my number one. He's my foundation. He's my new Riff Raff. You know, if y'all bring me up here 2 years from now, 3 years from now, I'm gonna have 10 Pogo daughters, 2, 3 Pogo sons. Like he's that it for me. He's my foundation. So I lost Red Rambo. He was gonna be the counterpart to that, and then I had Red Rambo. I sold him overseas, and I got some that I can't really say yet, but I got a boy named Big 30 that I'm gonna be popping out real soon. He's crazy, 3 times Veneno. I got my fat boy son, Big Uno. He's on the exotic side. Shout out to Manny. He's a little too exotic for me. But I got my boy Big Uno, numero uno at the crib. He a fat boy bred to a steroids daughter. I got my young boy, he's 7 months old, named Vega. He comes from he's exclusive. I'm only one with him with that blood, same as Pogo. I'm the only one with a 3 times Little Mayo Teach son in the United States. Teach was sold to the Philippines for $60,000 from China. So I'm the only one in the United States with a Teach son, 3 times Little Mayo. That's Pogo. My boy Vega.
Hey, Teach is
Pogo is 3 times Little Mayo?
He's 3 times Little Mayo.
Yeah.
So Pogo is off for Teach, who's a Little Mayo
Got
son
Little Mayo
bred to a
daughter.
Veneno daughter.
And
And then they bred Teach to an inbred Little Mayo female to get Pogo. Pogo blue tribe, but
check
Pogo
Pogo
the
out.
only blue
I'm gonna tell
tribe.
you,
He the only blue tribe in his litter. All his litter mates is lilac.
I got one regret in my life. Is breeding to Lil Mayo directly.
That's the what he fucked you up.
Nah, it wasn't no. It was just we couldn't finish the deal.
What's ironic is
Yeah.
I hated Little Mayo when he
Yeah.
was with Interstate Bullies. Did not like him. Small head.
We
two-
locked him in.
Yeah,
man.
small head. Two bulldoggy. He didn't have a body, but that's you breed that shit to Veneno, you breed it here, and then you get a combination of a little bit of everything.
What's crazy is that how y'all tried to get me to go back and forth with 30 Rich.
Yeah.
He bred to my dog, but I bought a female from him
Yeah,
that's a Little Mayo daughter.
yeah, that's how it be. And it's okay. I hated Target and end up with a Target son. That was the foundation of my kennel. So I got another young boy that I'm gonna bust out too. If y'all follow my page, I've been doing a hitter a day. I've been posting a different dog every day in my camp. Some that you've
I seen
seen,
that.
some that you haven't seen. I got some of the best blood in the world, from China exclusive shit to American shit to riffraff shit to like I got it all. So I've been doing a hit a day. Right now I'm just been posting females, but I'm gonna eventually post my boy Vega. He comes off some Hazard blood, the same blood that created Hazard and Crunch and all that shit. The same blood behind my boy Vega. He's 7 months old. He's a China import.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So do you stand more behind the China blood than the American blood?
No, I like the American blood. It's just I'm not kennel blind. If I
Is
see,
he really China blood?
yeah, it comes from us.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
being
yeah.
produced there.
Yeah.
But everything from China is based off Veneno, who was American blood. They just took it and inbred the shit out of it, and you get it back.
Yeah.
Mike still got Veneno blood in his yard. It's just called El Chili blood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I just got what I got what I like, and I kept it moving. Bro.
Yeah,
I got a boy I'll be busting out here soon named Big 30. He's 3 times Veneno. He's Veneno bred to inbred Veneno daughter. I'll be busting him out real soon. And I got another special boy I'll be busting out here at the end of the year when the time is right. But if you follow me at the Okie Doke Camp on Instagram, I've been posting a hit a day. I got another 7, 8, 9 dogs I'm going to post for y'all viewing pleasure.
Question.
Females and males.
Hey, hold on, Tony. My bad. Hold that question. Who is Antonio and Vera?
Oh,
that's T-Bone.
that's T-Bone.
He just hit me up and said Wasabi just joined the connection.
Wasabi line.
Yeah.
Shout out to the connection. I was a
Shit,
part
yeah.
of the connection about 4, 5, 6 years ago.
Oh,
Shout-
so this is a rebirth.
yeah. So the connection been out. The connection is one of the OG
It's not old,
groups.
bro.
Yeah.
It's old. Like it's old. It's
I
like,
started with
I seen it on
91
your
West
page.
with T-Bone and
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
91 West, Andrew, Joe, all of them. We
Yeah,
were 91 West. And then
T-Bone.
we branched off and did the connection.
Yeah.
Then when we got away
If
from
y'all-
all
Yeah, that's
those-
why when they-
what they
that-
say,
hey, look.
man. DFW Strong made them put that shit together, man. It was motivated by DFW Strong. We coming out the shows, we was busting people ass, and they like, let's team up and let's get on their ass.
I don't know.
And they
Connection been around for a long time.
But I'm saying inspired, like here
Oh,
recently.
okay.
But they damn sure put together.
Yeah.
an
So
all-star
the connect.
team,
I
man.
was a part of the
because
connection.
you had the
about
because it was a coalition before the coalition.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was a coalition down here,
Yeah,
man.
No,
no,
they-
so
they
like
got a
you
hell
said,
of a connection,
91,
though.
91 West, that's OG shit.
Yes,
The
Lord.
connection been around for a long time. I was in the connection about 5, 6 years ago. Then the connection took a break, and then it came back. And right now I'm just doing my own thing. But T-Bone is my brother. I don't go to Cali and not touch bases with T-Bone or stop by and holler at T-Bone.
Nah, for
That's,
sure.
that's family. That's OG before me. You know what I'm saying?
Who starts it back up though? Like
I think T-Bone
T-Bone.
did.
T-Bone.
Bro,
Yeah, T-Bone
you
did.
got to pay respects, bro.
Yeah,
The connection got
listen,
some hell of a breeders in that,
Listen,
in
you
that
go.
group.
Hey, you go to
Like, them
that.
some
You go to
crazy
the. You go
breeders
to the
in one
connect. You go to the connect, bro. It's rules.
Yeah.
Like how they tried to do the
Yeah.
revamp of this coalition.
Yeah,
Shit, that shit fell apart in like 4
Nah,
days.
Yeah, when we had the connection
Say,
and
man.
You think it fell apart, Tony?
Well, see that shit
coalition?
happened, boy. That shit, boy, that shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Nigga.
you gotta
That
like
shit
when,
hit the
when we was in the
fan, boy.
connection, we
That shit hit the fan.
we had monthly dues.
Yeah.
You pay monthly dues, so you can pay for shirts, you can pay for shows,
Yeah.
you can pay for all these shit. So,
That's real, man.
yeah, no,
See?
connection is real. I fuck with everybody, and that's a family, man. Them all good brothers. They about the dogs, they get to the money.
Man,
So
them
he don't
homies-
know for the
I was
Yeah.
listening.
Hey.
What happened, Tony? What happened? What happened?
Hey, they start bad. Hey, I didn't even know it was I didn't even know really what the coalition was about. You know what I'm saying? And I found out probably a day later. And then, two guys, oh God. But look,
egos.
you know what I'm saying?
Egos, for
somebody,
sure.
somebody,
Egos.
Somebody, was
Ain't
having,
no somebody, man.
Listen.
It's TSP Brandon and
Yeah.
Dre, man. Ain't no somebody. We ain't doing that. Cause we don't do that with nobody else. We ain't doing that with your Kim MB either, man.
Yeah, so
We don't do that with nobody
so
else.
listen, man. we
Say
have
Tony
two-
do be trying to say today, don't he?
Yeah,
That's
look.
spicy.
It's
Look,
spicy.
We have two different men from two different camps, man, and they you know what I'm
Boy,
saying.
yeah.
I was having a conversation with one of the guys in what state was that? New York. That was where they had Wow Factor at.
Ohio.
Philly. So they had to show him with Philly, and one of the Brodies was, saying, see y'all they come out, speaking that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Monkeypox.
Yeah, and we, I forgot to say monkeypox. I was tripping. I don't know where mine was at. But anyways, somebody in the Brody in the comments came in there, said what he said, and then they started going back, start throwing.
What did
below
he
the belt.
say in the comments to set the shit off, bro?
What was said in the comments was saying, hey, your dog long as a limo, run that shit. Hey, 1K stack off, run that bitch. Hey, best shit.
Hold on, that was
said
said.
that?
That was said in the comments.
Nah, that was said on live.
Yeah, what was said? What was said in the comments that made
that
them
made it kick off.
go there?
Man, what was in the comments, bro? Really, Dre was really just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, like we really got that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was speaking like that, and then Brody was like, y'all tried to buy Ferdinand. You know what I'm saying? And then bro was like, nah, fuck that shit. Then shit, nigga, by that time the shit then whirlwinded. Like they just said some shit to each other that you ain't supposed to say. And a live tweaking in, it's 250 people tapping in. Oh, they fucked up. You hear me? And they both coalition members. So was supposed to be coalition members, and that shit went left. You feel me? So
That ain't player.
So how the OGs? How the
That ain't player.
how the OGs
I
handling
mean,
that,
shout out to the homie
FA?
Mo.
Is they putting that together or what?
You
Is they?
cut-
Is it-
you gotta
Nah.
cut- you gotta-
So like,
you
I'm
gotta
gonna
cut
give
both
you.
of them, keep it moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you the rundown. So what they did was we got out. I called both of them. They got on the back line. They ran the shit. They, you know what I'm saying. They, cleared it up or whatever. You know what I'm saying. It was love on both ends. And you know what I'm saying, and then they went on Instagram and you know what I'm saying, shook hands. You feel me?
Man.
It was just, but at the same time, it was an understanding that like I said, they both threw below the belt, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, like you can't damn my dog and not expect me to say something about you. You feel me?
For sure.
It was one of those situations, and
I got
so
you.
Sooner or later, man, these friendly phase gotta happen, bro.
Cause the nigga said something about breaking a nigga jaw, didn't it? Ain't that
Nah,
what
I
was
don't-
said on there?
We gotta
I
have.
don't remember that.
Hey, I'm all about a friendly fade. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop killing each other. Let's step outside. Throw the hands.
yeah,
Maybe we
but
get
it
a
wasn't
black-
even, but it wasn't
It
even on
ain't
that
like
though.
that. I'm just talking about in general though.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing
well,
wrong with a friendly fade. I'm
yeah.
down for that shit any time
Yeah.
of the day. Nigga get caught.
You might well go and host a bully boxing league.
Man,
then.
it should have been
Yeah,
done
man.
10 years ago.
Man, these homies. Hey, look.
These young dudes, they don't even know what a friendly
They don't
phase
even
is.
know what
I
a
know they
friendly.
don't.
Hey, the first thing. Hey, look. FA, this is a different time, bro. These homies shooting.
Oh, I know that's the problem. That's
They're
what I'm saying.
shooting.
Like,
They're
yeah.
not. Hey,
Look,
they're
them
niggas scary in real life.
nobody's taking the L anymore.
Hey,
like
no, I
they
know.
say,
Scary.
dead.
That's why I tell people ask me all the time because I'm in Texas. They be like, "Oh, you from Chicago? How is it from Chicago and shit like that?" When I grew up in Chicago, man, it was gang niggas was dying every day, but it was structure involved. This dude couldn't kill this dude without permission from the OGs. Like it was GDs,
True.
BDs, Stone. Like you had to get permission to go do some fuck shit, some crazy shit, because there was a hierarchy involved. Nowadays, it's
They just
12,
killing.
13, 14-year-olds.
Nah,
just-
for sure. With
just killing
choppers.
niggas. Just killing niggas. There's no structure. Because all the OGs, all the gangsters in jail or dead.
Yeah.
So there's no structure involved. So yeah, you gotta be careful, man.
Yeah, shit. I
They
know
kill you
for-
over anything.
Yeah, for work them homies, they ain't got nothing to live for. I mean,
Yeah.
y'all boys just throwing y'all life away. Y'all
Yeah,
just
man.
y'all just crash dummy, huh? Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't-
shit.
I
He
can't
touched,
remember- I
he
can't
touched
remember.
me.
I can't remember the last time I was in Oak Cliff. You can't get me to go to Oak
Yeah,
Cliff.
nah,
You
I
come
don't
over there,
do
bro.
that.
I'm right in the heart of it.
Nah.
Matter of fact,
Yeah,
you
this
was
the
in
mayor.
Oak Cliff when you came to get the dog food.
And guess what I did? Hey, here you go, nigga.
Hey, I don't
I
want
wasn't
no-
in, I wasn't
no
in Oak
action.
Cliff longer than 15 minutes.
And I-
I pulled up and pulled out.
Yeah.
Let me get this dog food.
The fucking way.
I'm on this highway.
I'm on route. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I went in
man.
Oak Cliff. I was
It's
in
a
Oak Cliff
different
for
time, though.
15 minutes.
Hey, F.A., I got another.
Nah, but I like when we get back to that connection thing. I like what they got going on, man. I
Yeah.
was listening to T-Bone on the live one time, and they have a structure, like how you said.
Yeah.
They have a
and-
president,
but
vice
look,
president,
but look,
treasurer. They have that, like so. It's not it's structured.
I have
yeah.
when I was in there, it was well-run organization. It just came to a time where T-Bone had a lot of shit going on. A lot of people had a lot of, it's life. Life happens.
Yeah.
So niggas couldn't commit the time to the connection. So they said, all right, we just gonna take a break and do our own thing.
Yeah.
T-Bone hit me up like, hey, I'm thinking about doing the connection again. Would you be interested? I politely said, I don't really think so right now. Like, I'm gonna do my own thing. But I knew that they was coming back up, and in a different time and place, I'd be a part of the connection too. But it's a well-run organization, man. T-Bone, that's my nigga, man. I fuck with T-Bone. I fuck with a lot of cats in the connection, man. They do things the right way. They about the dogs, man, and they about just making a presence and trying to support each other, which is at the end of the day what you're supposed to do.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Just piggybacking off what you're saying, like, man, they gotta, what I'm saying, it's a real, it's
a support system.
support system,
Yeah.
and the coalition is definitely trying to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they not. You know what I'm saying? It's just some shit transpired and some shit went left. You know what I'm saying? When I talked to the guy, shout out to OJ, because he's one of the the front runners on that, man. Since you've been a part of the coalition for a long time, man, what advice would you give them guys putting it together, man?
Anytime.
Hold on, shit. He was part of
No,
coalition or connection.
He meant the connection. He meant the
Oh,
connection.
okay. Shit.
So the thing,
my bad.
it's the crown black. That's what it is.
That poison.
Yeah, but
Shit.
no, when it comes to anytime you're doing a group, man, what happens is, man, it's everybody want to be the chief.
For sure.
There's not enough Indians, man, and especially black brothers, man. Everybody
Man, I
want.
was gonna get there.
Everybody want to be the man. Like, people don't understand. Sometimes you gotta play your role, and then when your time presents itself, an opportunity, then you show why you could be the man. But it has to be a hierarchy. Somebody got to be the leader. Somebody got to be the president, and they got to be respected by all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to sound corny, but I was watching. Sometimes I just like to watch old movies and shit, and I was watching Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
War on Planet of the Apes, and all the movies right now are so trash.
Yeah.
But I went to HBCU. I graduated with psychology. My field was in psychology, hostage negotiator. Mental health. Like, I was doing all that. Doing all that shit. So psychology is deep to me. Social relationships, all that kind of shit. And it's just like anything. You got to have a leader. You know what I'm saying? And then if y'all remember when you watching War of the Planet of the Apes, they dumped Caesar in the pool.
Yeah.
I mean, in that cage, in that facility with all the monkeys, all that kind of shit. He had on the pants. He was the outcast. You know what I'm saying? And he got his ass whooped the first day. Then he went on, showed why he fed the monkeys. He showed why he was different. He showed why he was a leader. He showed why sometimes you got to have that one leader in the group where everybody's respected, and then they have to be the leader. They have to command the respect from others and then delegate that shit appropriately. And if that nigga decides to leave, the vice president step up. Everybody got an ego. Everybody think they dog better.
Of course.
So it's just one of them type of things where you got to have the group got to be solid, and the egos got to be in check.
Yeah.
And
That's why-
there got to be a foundation.
And that's why I highly encourage people to, like, if you want to do something like that, do something with people that you really fuck with.
Yeah,
like,
that you like.
how
Yeah,
how
let
he
that-
move and he move like kind of how you move. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to get random people that
Like,
move
imagine
differently to move as one.
because this is the thing of it was they got like over 100 people.
Yeah, it's hard.
Like, I mean, like it was recruited, like 100 people was recruited overnight, like type situation,
yeah,
like
that
in a
ain't how
week
to
or
do
so.
it. It's too fast.
Like that's way too fast.
Too fast.
I ain't fucking with nobody. I ain't fucking with.
Yeah, you got to start. You got to start slow. You got all right, 4 or 5 people. You move, and then like you got to go out and recruit. You recruit.
You might sign a
Yeah.
serial killer
Yeah.
up to one of you, and then he
Yeah.
affiliated with your name.
Exactly.
Now you indicted with that man. Hell nah.
Or a nigga robbing and stealing, and now
Yeah.
Or he doing
Well,
bad
I don't-
business.
bro.
Because think of this, you don't know who doing bad business or who not.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
When I became a part of the connection, I ain't just, let me be a part of the connection. T-Bone saw how I was moving. He saw what I was doing. He was like, hey, I think you'd be a good addition to the team.
Yeah.
Would you be interested? I asked that nigga a bunch of questions. What y'all doing? What y'all got going on? What's y'all goals? What y'all trying to accomplish? What y'all trying to do? Like, I grilled his ass. I'm like, all right, I'm going to fuck with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't just go.
But then when you got accepted, it was he just it
I
wasn't.
didn't even when I got accepted to the connection, I didn't know everybody on the connection. It was a whole bunch of California cats.
Yeah.
I was the only one in Texas. So, we was having we had group messages, and then we go dog shows and all that kind of shit, and then you learn to become friends, and then even when you become friends, I ain't gotta like you, but we in this group, I'm gonna respect you. And that's what it boils down to. I was killing shit with Riff. I ain't had no ego to me. I came in humble. I understand when T-Bone asked me to be a part of the connection, guess whose group it is? It's T-Bone's group.
Yeah.
I ain't come in the group acting like I was the president. I've played my part. And
For
I'm
sure.
very much a leader. I'm very much independent in what I do. But as part of the connection, I'm a new member. I'm going to be the Indian.
Yeah.
Now, maybe 5-6 years from now, maybe at that time I feel like I'm ready to be a chief. Or maybe I say, T-Bone, I think it's time for me to do something else and I holler at the leader of the group. It's about
For sure.
being humble and knowing your role. But you had a bunch of niggas in there. Everybody think they the chief. Everybody want to command shit. It don't work like that.
Yeah,
That's the
everybody.
thing I hate the most, man.
Yeah, you gotta
I ain't
have
gonna
one.
lie. I hate that, bro. Like and I've been victim. I've been a part of it myself. Like I can't lie and say because somebody may say something. I'm pretty calm, but somebody may say something that just trigger me,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, and I'm just like,
Get the fuck off the line.
I just jump crazy. I just jump crazy, and I'm a real patient and calm person.
Yeah.
Normally, I try to think everything out, but the thing I hate the most is, our people. We the only ones that make ourselves look retarded online.
Yeah.
Like we the only ones that
At
do
all
that,
costs, bro.
bro. Like we the only ones that do that.
That's
Like nobody
crazy.
else do that. We the only ones.
I ain't gonna say the only ones, but we are
For the most part.
The
man,
leaders of the pack.
Man, we
Like-
highlighted.
like-
we the
Like, bro,
highlight reel.
We like just speaking on the situation yesterday. That was real life MTV drama for free.
Yeah.
For that was entertainment for folks.
Yeah.
People in the comments going off and back and forth trying to instigate the shit because
What
it's
happened?
entertainment.
And you look like a fucking
What
joke.
happened?
Yeah, the shit that
It's
happened.
just like
yesterday.
these dogs, man. We gotta
Oh, that was
breathe that
yesterday?
shit
Yeah.
out of us, man. We got 100 years to go.
Bruh, let me tell you something. Bruh, being $1 million nigga, you would never see me in nobody comments, nobody arguments going back and forth with a motherfucker online. What the fuck I look like talking to a motherfucker that ain't got shit going? What the fuck I look like talking to you about some motherfucking dogs for, bruh? What like talking about what I'm gonna do to you? Say,
Gotta
man,
work
look.
smarter, not harder.
look,
I'm not
it's
finna do
senseless,
nothing.
bruh.
Yeah.
It's senseless.
I'm not finna
Yeah.
do nothing.
It's
to nobody on the
absolutely
internet.
senseless.
Don't nothing come good from them
Don't
social
no-
media beats.
Hey, if
Nah.
Charleston White haven't taught you nothing, my boy, keep your threats to yourself.
That nigga funny as
Shout out to
hell.
Charleston White, man. We got to get you on the podcast,
Hey,
Charleston.
that nigga
You right here in the city,
Charleston,
man.
Tell that
Cut
nigga,
one
tell
of
the
his
nigga I'm
ass.
gonna give him a big hug when I see him.
Keep that whole ass
Charleston-
pepper spray
That
at home,
nigga
my
on May show ass. You try to hug that nigga.
Keep that pepper spray
Charleston
at home.
White, he gonna say, hey, we gonna be all
What you
over
say,
here.
Stevie? You like pepper?
Hey,
Nah.
look, you like,
you
hey,
go.
Dominique, hey, low key.
Stevie say he like pepper.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Hey, look.
That-
Hey, look, on everything.
shit.
We gonna be all over here. Charleston gonna be over there. You hear me?
That nigga
Answer
ate
the
that
question.
pepper like a motherfucker, boy.
Took it like a champ.
Yeah, man. But shout out to the homie Charleston White, man, for real. But just on the next, man. I mean, just watching the community, bro. Right now, man, I think we really in a sensitive situation, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dogs coming out. It's a lot of people trying to understand what productions is. It's a lot of new breeders. It's a lot of people that's what's the word? You know what I'm saying? Enthused
Lost.
about this.
Yeah,
Lost and enthused,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
For sure, both. Both.
You know,
That's a dangerous combination.
yeah, it's very dangerous,
Yeah.
man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this, man, because I want homies to understand that Tony don't come from an ill place. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm a shout out to the homie Littlefoot. Littlefoot, you doing your thing, brody. You know what I'm saying? It's respect on my end. You know what I'm saying? I believe in people got to work hard. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's given in this dog game.
For sure.
And all dogs that you produce, man, you wanna make sure that it's your own. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I mean, cause me and Allen, we, you know what I'm saying, and low key, you know what I'm saying, and my brother James and FA, you know what I'm saying, it been trial and error. You feel me? It been
For
trial
sure.
and error. It
And
been,
major losses.
major
Man.
losses.
For
sure.
It's been
So you gonna sit over here and act like I ain't got the hardest brindle in the game?
shout out
You
to
just gonna
the-
leave me out the conversation?
Shout out to Steve.
Shout out to Stevie, man. He got a brindle puppy and it's
Shout out
giving
to
him
the-
the blues. Smooth.
His
Yeah.
first badass puppy.
Real talk. You know what I'm saying? But-
Chewing up everything in the house.
Yeah,
Yes, Lord.
he trying to get past behavior stages. You
Yeah,
hear me?
he's still
like,
trying to figure it
look,
out.
he ain't even got to the breeding part yet.
How
You
do
hear
I
me?
house break this?
Yeah, he
motherfucker?
trying to house break his dog
Yeah.
still. So, but to say that, man, is to say, man, like, hey, man, listen, bro, everybody on this table, they've been criticized at some point, some stage in their life.
Absolutely.
You feel me? And the thing about this dog world, you're gonna have to learn how to accept criticism.
For sure.
Criticism make you better.
Absolutely.
Criticism, that's what take you from level 2 to level 4.
And what
You know what I'm saying?
Another thing people got to understand about this dog business is it's $1 million industry. This shit is popular as hell. When you brand yourself to a certain level, a lot of hate gonna come with it. People that you never ever met in your life are gonna recognize you from your dog. That's one of the things that tripped me out the most when I was coming up with this shit.
Yeah.
Was like motherfuckers was recognizing me off my dog, and I never knew these people, never met these people. They didn't even have dogs. They just found out about bullies because a riffraff or a kid had a book, or the book was in the school, or they saw it off Instagram, you know, shit like that. So I tell people, like, if you're going to get in this shit, you're going to go hard, treat this shit like a business. Treat it like that. Like,
I tell people
it's,
that.
it's a motherfuckers
Man,
out there
listen,
making $1 million selling
dog.
shoes, making $1 million collecting coins.
Yeah.
Remember, like, a lot of people don't understand, like, oh, you breed dogs. They don't understand
The
their
value.
worth, their value.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You show them. But you treat this shit like a business, and you're
Bro,
going to make money. You
I
do
tell
it right,
people
you'll
that.
make money.
Nowadays it's kind of cool though. Like you tell
Yeah.
people you breed
Yeah,
dogs.
they're like-
Remember a few years ago it was kind of weird. You were like
Yeah.
you breed dogs?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
but like-
kinda
that's
weird.
because
like,
we've
but-
been able to elevate it to that point.
Yeah.
Collectively as a unit, as sloppy and as fucked up as the game is,
Yeah.
more rappers are getting involved.
Man.
More basketball players are breeding Frenchies and
Yeah.
bullies and creating,
For sure.
you know, so it's just more global recognition
Yeah.
And
to
this-
the breed now and breeding in general.
Facts, bro. And I, man, that shit dope. I want to say, like, bro, like, it's some of the homies that I talk to, bro. I try to tell homies, bro, this is a straight business, bro. Like, get your LLC, bro.
Yeah.
Get your, you know what I'm saying? Get your EIN number. Get your business account.
But only get your LLC if you breeding dogs at a massive rate. You don't
Yeah.
need an LLC if you only gonna have 1 or 2 litters a year. Ain't no point in claiming that on your taxes. You know, like if you breed in large volume, if you got merchandise, if you got movies, if you got
Yeah.
all that, then get an LLC. But a lot of people want to get an LLC just to get an LLC to say they got an LLC.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if you only got 1 litter a year, don't do
it's
it.
no purpose, for
but,
sure.
But I tell people all the time because I've been in it for so long, and I really legitimately worked my way up. Like I started from scratch, so I can relate to a lot of cats. But my cats, to tell you, I told the story a million times. I used my refund check from college,
Yeah.
to get my first bully, a female, $2,000. She was a Williams something granddaughter from Devil's Den. I waited a year, bred that bitch to Trevino's Hades,
Yeah.
long time ago, Texas.
Down south.
Down south.
Yep.
I bred her to Trevino's Hades. That bitch gave me 10 puppies. 1 died. I sold 2. I sold the other 9. I kept 1, sold the other 8, and made $20,000. And my boys cannot believe that shit. Because they clown me. They want you spend $2,000 on a puppy. My man down the street got one for $150. You know, they couldn't comprehend that shit.
Yeah.
They thought I was crazy. Them niggas was clowning me. Them niggas was buying TV. This back when flat screens just came out. Them niggas buying flat screen TVs and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I took that 2K, flipped
Man,
it to
that's a
20K, and been doing this shit ever since. And they thought I was crazy, but I believed in that shit. And I knew, based on my research, I knew where the bullies was going. I saw the market. And I just tell everybody, you're going to spend 2K, 3K, 4K on the dog, that's fine if you can afford it. But look at it as an investment. Treat it as an investment. If you do right that shit, you can at least break even, worst case scenario, in a year from
Hey,
now.
question.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm tired of the questions, but I got
No,
questions.
that's what it's for. That's what we're supposed to do.
as a businessman, and man, you got people that's breeding dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? What are some of the business taxes that they can take? You know what I'm saying? Even if they lose, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how can a businessman in the dog world cover itself?
Man, so
breeding these dogs.
it's just like any other business. Tax write-offs. Keep your receipts on everything. Gas money I use to drive 3 hours to come fuck with y'all niggas. I got to work tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. Tax, you write that shit off on your taxes. You keep your receipts. Gas, airplane tickets, dog shows you go to
So-
dinner. That's a business meeting. you write that shit off on your taxes. If you got an LLC, sole proprietorship, whatever you got, all that shit you write off on your taxes and you get money for that shit. So that's the most important thing. Keep your receipts. If you claim your shit on your taxes,
shit. I don't give a fuck.
you write that shit off. Now, if you
Hey.
ain't claiming it, that's different. But if you are doing it, you got an LLC, you write off anything. Your internet at your crib, write off. You take a room in your crib, that's your office. You write off a portion of whatever you paying for rent or mortgage. You claim that shit on your taxes. All that shit.
Is it okay to I'm gonna ask this question and you just let me know if you cool answer. What was the biggest write off that you never did?
That I never did or that I did?
Ever did.
Oh shit! I was about to say, don't answer that.
The biggest write off that I never did?
Ever.
Shit. This year I probably write off my nigga Red Ramby that died at the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
a big fucking
Right.
loss.
Yeah.
I had to refund cats, transfer deposits. You know, that's a $20K, $25K loss on just stud deposits that I had to refund.
Yeah.
Just put me on game.
Yeah, but I'm the type I'm the type of nigga that if you pay a stud credit to me, I'm not spending that shit until the services are rendered.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to take off personal money to refund nobody when it comes to this dogs. I use dog money to pay dog shit. I try not to mix the two.
Yeah.
This is how I
Because I was trying to explain to the homies, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, like, everything that you do in this dog shit,
right,
it's a business, bro. It's not a hustle. It's not a hustle no more. Anytime we you know what I'm saying, the podcast, it's the kennels, the dog food, the travel, the going here,
and just to
you know
make
what
it
I'm saying?
easier, because I get lazy with the receipts and all that kind of shit too. Just to make shit easier, start a business account, have a debit card attached to that business account. Only use that debit card for everything dog related. Therefore, you got one place to track it all. So you got that debit card. You go to Costco to get dog food. It's in your checking account.
Do you use QuickBooks?
No, I don't use
Well,
QuickBooks.
if you do it the way he just said, you don't need to.
I use PayPal for my invoices just because it's easy or whatever. But QuickBooks is a good option because PayPal can be fluky. But as long as you can produce invoices, you can accept credit cards.
Yeah.
So that's why QuickBooks is important. If you can't produce an invoice, they can't pay for it with a credit card.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come on now.
End of the year, you just print out your statements.
Man, you just
pull
pull them.
That cover
Boom.
everything.
Hey,
that's why I do it from one account, man. Because before I was using my checking, my personal.
Yeah.
I got to keep receipts, take a picture. You know that shit. You just do one account, checking, debit card. You got everything in one place. If you ever get audited or whatever you need to do, you got one place you can pull it from.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. Because I just want people to understand, because the dog game. Man, I took these major losses. I took all of these losses, and I'm like, this is shit to offset your losses.
Yeah, my account.
Like, it ain't always got to be it may be a loss in that year, but
shout out to my account. She hate me.
Yeah, get your
Man,
code.
she really hate me because
get your code at CPA.
Oh, these dogs. Yeah, she be like, nope, you stuck with me.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Did you already know what kind of inspired you to go towards the movies and shit like that? Cause like in books, because with me, like, I didn't realize my passion with the camera until I was driving trucks, and I used to think a lot. But like, damn, I used to film all this shit and never, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when I realized it. And when did yours come?
Man, I think mine's really came. It was funny. I was working my mental health specialist job, like maybe 7 years ago, and I was in my office. I had just got through doing assessment on a kid. She was 10 years old. She was suicidal. And I had to put her in a psychiatric hospital because she had like long history of cutting herself and shit. So I just remember how receptive she was to talking to me, and how she was so scared to go, but I was able to convince her to go. And I just remember how she felt when she had got out, and she just thanked me and all that kind of stuff. And then that, in combination with what I was doing with the dog stuff, and then how all these kids was like loving Riff Raff, and then how Riff Raff had a personality. Like, he didn't fuck with men, he liked women and kids. And it was just crazy to me how this dog could differentiate between that, and just had like a unique personality. So that just inspired me to like, let me translate this personality. And I always had a love for kids because of the field that I'm in. Let me translate this personality into a book because of his personality and just his character. And it just inspired me to do that. And then that just led to like, now my goal is to like, I started my own studio company called Okie Doke Studios. And my first project was the Shorty Story, which is the documentary on Jamie Sweet and the creation of the Shorty Bull. And then my second project was the game. The third project was the movie. And now my passion is Okie Doke Studios and producing and directing dope ass projects, whether it's an animated movie or whatever. So my goal is, hopefully in the next 5 years is that, I'm either producing more movies under my own studio company, or I'm doing something with Pixar or Netflix in collaboration and just producing more content. I got like adult shit coming out, like superhero shit that I'm working on under my Okie Doke Studios. But my passion, I just love kids, man, and I'm all about just positivity, man. Because I know when I was growing up, I grew up with a mom and dad and everything like that. But I used to play quarterback in high school in Chicago, and I was one of the best quarterbacks, in the city at the time. And I just remember, like, all the GDs was trying to recruit me, the BDs was trying to recruit me, and the only thing that saved me from getting that gang violence was playing football and the mentorship and the guidance that I got from my male coaches. And I remember how they impacted me and made me the man I am today. And I just want to be able to have that impact on some other kids. And I don't coach, so maybe I can do it through my job, when I was doing assessments on kids, or through my book, or positivity, or just talking to them, shit like that. So, I just got a passion for kids, man. I'm a big kid at the end of the day. I took my niece to go see Lightyear in the movies.
I watched that last night.
I like that shit. So kids, my passion, the movies,
it's a big passion.
Just trying to stay positive, man. I just try to surround myself with positive people, man. I don't want no negativity. I don't need your money. I don't need none of that. Just keep it positive, man, and try to influence other people and be good to other people, man. And that shit come back on you.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of being a big kid, man, I remember back in the day when y'all used to take the face off somebody and shove it on somebody else.
My nigga Daylight, he went on my page and saw an old post I did of D. Dante from DNA Kennel.
Shout out to Dante,
where
man.
I put that nigga face on Riff Raff and put Riff Raff face on that nigga when I came out there to do a breeding like 7 years ago. That shit was fun. But yeah, we used to cut up, man, with the Photoshop and just cropping niggas. It's just being laughing, man. If you can laugh every day, it's a good day. It's a good day. There's too much bullshit in the world, too much killing. And you gotta laugh and be positive, man. So that's what I try to do.
For sure. Man, I just heard you say mention Jamie Sweet.
Yeah.
How did y'all link up? And then also, did you have your hand in the creation of the Shorty Bull?
Oh no, I had nothing to do with the creation of Shorty Bull. That's all Jamie Sweet. Shorty Bull's been around for 25 years. You know what I'm saying? 30 years. I tell everybody all the time, your favorite exotics, especially on the East Coast, and in Cali, they got Shorty Bull in it. You have no clue where, but it's Shorty Bull in it. But no, I knew Jamie. I knew of Jamie for a while, and we had some vague conversations here and there. One of my partners named Ty, he lived in Philly. He bought dog from me in like 2008, 2009. He ended up moving to Kansas, studying under Jamie. And when everybody started fucking with the Frenchies, I was getting bored a little bit with the bullies. And I was trying to find I'm like, man, let me fuck with another breed. Like, let me find something that I can maybe put my energy into. I tried EBs. They wasn't really my thing. Like, they was cool, but I didn't have a love for them. So I'm like, you know what, man? Before I hop in the Frenchie train, let me go see what these Shorty Bulls about. Like, I seen them at dog shows, but I never seen one that like really wow me. Like, let me go to the source. It's like going to Mike to see Michaelin's Kennels, going to George to see Miyagi. Like that's what Jamie is. And Jamie is the mentor for all of them. They all call Jamie. She's the one that they go to for how to breed, what should I do, all that kind of shit. So I went out there, man, and fell in love with the breed. So when all these cats went right to the Frenchies, I went left to the Shorty Bulls. I wanted to do something, everybody wasn't doing. And it's the best decision I ever made. When you see them in person and you see a collective, a group of them, you'll never touch a Frenchie. It make no, and I'm not just saying that because I could have easily breed Frenchies. You know what I'm saying? It was easy for me to do that. It would have been easier for me to sell them at the time because it's just all based off color and DNA, really. But I went Shorty Bull because they're the better dog. They're more durable. They're healthier. They're beastier. They got better bodies. They're better temperament. They're not like some of them are high strung because they got Frenchie in them. But I went there as best decision I ever made because you look at it like stocks, you look at market cap, right? Everybody go breed Frenchies, so you got to go compete with 1 million Frenchie breeders in a large market cap in a large space. I went to do Shorty Bulls. It's a small market cap. Maybe I can't name fucking 15 Shorty Bull breeders. So it's easy for me to sell my dogs because cats who know they want Shorty Bulls, they know where to go. They come to me. We just sold 3 dogs to Israel last month, Shorty Bulls.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, Frenchies are cool. Everybody know them. You got to do education on Shorty Bulls because everybody don't know Shorty Bulls. So I got to talk. But that's why when I got into Shorty Bulls, I told Jamie, I said, I'm all in. I love these dogs. I'm fucking with them. Let's be partners. I'm about to make a documentary on these things because when people ask me what a Shorty Bull is, I don't want to have to explain that shit every single time. So now when cats ask me what a Shorty Bull is,
Send a video.
here go the videos. I got 3 episodes that I did on YouTube. Okie Doke Studios in collaboration with AGB TV. Shout out to my boy Leo and Matt out there with AGB TV. We got 3 episodes on the Shorty Bull that tell you how they were created, what they consist of, who Jamie Sweet is, her story. Because every time I went on it, what's a Shorty Bull? What's a Shorty Bull? I'm not about to write a paragraph every time. Here go the link.
Yeah.
People, they human nature, you more visual anyway. Go watch this movie, a great documentary on the Shorty Bull. So, no, it's a beautiful breed, man. I'm gonna be fucking with Shorty Bulls forever. That's my second breed outside of Bullies. Bullies my number 1. Shorty Bulls number 2. I got one of the best Shorty Bulls in the world. She's killing any Frenchie out there. She's smaller than them. So, and they just dope ass dogs, man. I encourage people, if you're looking for something to get your feet into or just experiment with, you getting bored with the Frenchies, holla at Jamie Sweet. She not doing invites like she used to, but she used to welcome people open arms to her crib. She'd cook for you, give you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, talk dogs with you all day. She getting older, so she not as welcoming like that, but she'll break it down to dogs. She'll let you see some dogs, and it'll change your life.
You was a dude on that documentary with the white lady.
Yeah, that's me.
She had created her own dog. I think
the Shorty Bull.
That's Jamie Sweet. Yeah, that's
okay.
I
Okay,
made-
now I know I was looking like I'd
yeah.
seen this man before.
That documentary was my creation. That was my vision.
Okay.
I told Jamie I was going to do a documentary. I was looking for a camera crew to do it. It was my first project under Okie Doke Studios. I reached out to Leo. Leo said, man, we'd love to do it. This is what it's going to cost us. And he undercharged me because we didn't understand how much work it was going to be to actually do that shit. So he did that shit for the love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he could have charged me way more than what I paid to have him and his people. Like, we had 3 cats come out there to Jamie's, Maryville, Kansas. Three cats come out there. We had drone footage, recording. That shit was a lot of work, man. So shout out to Leo.
So was
for
you
that.
at the show in Corpus Christi a few years back?
I might have been. I've been to a couple Corpus Christi shows.
The one with Kenneth Horn about a beach.
I don't know.
Okay, no, I was just trying to put some
Yeah,
shit
I might have
together.
been. But yeah,
My
man.
bad.
So yeah, when y'all get time, man, check out. All you gotta do is type in the Shorty Story on YouTube. 3 episodes on the Shorty Bull. They give you everything you need to know about the Shorty Bull, Jamie Sweet, what it's all about, man. It's amazing, dog. You can't, nothing against Frenchies. There's always an exception to the rule. I have seen some Frenchies that I do like, but Shorty Bulls is where it's at for me. Either Shorty Bull or muscled up, tight skin EB. You'll see me with one maybe, but Frenchies ain't my thing, man. Shorty Bull's killing Frenchies in every way, in my opinion, outside of color. That's just
sure.
my,
And
that's
hair.
my opinion. Yeah.
That's
Say,
crazy.
say, do any one of y'all got an air fryer?
The only thing we cook with, man. Air
My
fryer.
homie said, put an oatmeal pie in there. Said it's fire. I know I'm out subject.
Oh, shit.
Hey, that
it's
Crown Black is different, bro.
That Crown Black hit you, boy.
That comment was sponsored by Crown
Black.
Royal.
Hey, they gonna have to pay us.
Yeah.
For sure.
That Crown Black.
That Crown Black.
that on Demon Time.
So, Effa, have you ever had any?
jeez.
Have you ever had any deals go wrong?
Oh yeah, one of my first major beefs I had. It wasn't necessarily a deal, but some of the OG cats knows a cat a long time ago by the name of Tyler Dickens.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was a big white dude. Got cool with Kevin Gates through Mo. Rest in peace, Mo. And he's just one of them big white dudes that just thought he was the coolest thing ever. This is before I really got to know him. You know what I'm saying? And he came, he spent some money with me, and then, you know, we tried to partner up on some shit. And all the did, like, I sent a bitch with him. He paid for a bitch, co-owned. None of the bitches was taken. He was doing shit behind my back. So I cut him off, and then when I cut him off, he started hating on me, posting all this shit about me and riffraff that weren't true. You know, but he didn't know nothing about my personal life, so he could never get anything specific. That's why I always tell people, you know what I'm saying, when you're dealing with, don't underestimate the bully world. Like, you think people don't know you, but people know you. You know what I'm saying? And people plot on you, and people try to get you out your character, try to do all that kind of shit. You know, I keep my personal life separate from the bully life because it ain't no different than like the entertainment industry. It's a smaller scale, but people gonna recognize you. You go to these dog shows, 500 people, 1,000 people. You know what I'm saying? And if you popping, 90% of those people know you, and you don't know none of them.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So niggas is plotting on you, but yeah,
that should be weird.
Yeah, that's that nigga over there. Yeah, all right, man, we gonna follow that nigga. We going, you know. Oh yeah, he got 2 kids, and they go to this school. Yeah. You'll be surprised.
It should be weird, no, for real.
You'll be surprised. Like they niggas are yeah. So you got to be really careful. Like, don't underestimate the bully industry. Don't think this is some dogs. This ain't 15 years ago.
Nah,
this ain't just some dogs. Like these dogs worth money. Yeah. You got 20, 30, 40, 50,000. If I sold every dog I got in my yard, I got at least 400,000, 500,000 minimum. That's me being on the light side of it. So don't underestimate what you got there. And don't underestimate how people value that and perceive that. Yeah. So you got to be careful how you move.
Set your ass up as a target.
Yeah, it's weird for real. People, I got a dude. He done changed his whole Instagram name to my Instagram name. Yeah. And I look in the inbox. You know, you can check the messages. And he hit me up just like a month ago trying to use a stud.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This dude weird. And I blocked him. And he came from another page, getting on another page, telling me I can't come to Atlanta. Boy, if I come to Atlanta and you try me in Atlanta, boy, I'm gonna have a problem. I'm telling you, we're gonna have a problem in Atlanta.
Charleston White.
But
I met some of the most.
I blocked him.
Yeah, I met some of the most amazing people in this bully world, and I met some of the weirdest, most fucked up, craziest people in my life in this business. Yo. So I tell everybody, man, proceed with caution, move how you comfortable moving. But don't take this shit for granted. Like, people will plot on you for sure.
They're no longer
I'm in danger
dogs.
for my life.
These are no longer just dogs.
They value.
I'm in danger for my life. I'm letting you know
it's
that.
Too much for my people. Like, oh, that dog sold for $100K. That
exactly.
Dog sold for $100K. I can get that.
I'm in danger for my life. I don't know none of y'all.
Some people, it's a whole meal ticket, man.
Yeah, it's a meal ticket.
Look, I'm telling you now, I don't know none of y'all. I'm in danger for my life.
Yeah, we done seen grown men get on live and cry, say
crying.
Better be murdered behind some dogs, bro.
Tony Henderson.
This nigga poisoned my dog. That was a big thing 8, 10 years ago.
Hell yeah.
Cats just going in, finding out where niggas live and just poisoning their dog just to kill a competition.
Dog, motherfuckers, you see your dog at a show and you had him crated up. Oh, let me check out your dog. Whoop, whoop. Slip a little old something in their motherfucking mouth.
Man,
dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
I'm in danger for my life.
Right then, you couldn't touch a nigga, dog, if he ain't know you, bro.
Man, that's real, man. I tell everybody, man, proceed with caution, man. Please don't underestimate this industry.
Tony Henderson, I'm in danger for my life. Only people that I know is the people that's on this podcast.
For sure, man. So what? Let's do our final thoughts, man. 9-4. Oh yeah, I want to do the whole 10.
Hell yeah, shit.
At Crown Black, he ready to go.
You ready to go?
I ain't mad at him. I got a nice drive ahead of me too.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we can wrap it up, man. It ain't no biggie, man.
Anything you want to cover or say before we get out of here?
Man, I appreciate y'all for having me on, man. You know, like I said, I love what y'all doing. It was funny, man. I had reached out to Leo and Daquan like a couple years ago. We was gonna start our own podcast.
Yeah.
It was like maybe 2.5 years ago before it really got popping. But it never, you know, we busy, different states. I like what y'all doing because when you do a podcast, for it to be authentic, y'all gotta fuck with each other, but y'all also gotta be in the same city. Y'all gotta link up like this. Y'all gotta be professional. Y'all gotta do what y'all doing. So I love what y'all doing. Keep doing what y'all doing. But as far as just final thoughts, man, y'all out there, man, y'all fucking with the bullies, man. Take it seriously. Be passionate about what you're doing. It's easy. It's easy to tell the people who actually passionate about what they're doing and the ones that just trying to fake it to make it or just pass the time with these dogs, man. So, make sure if you're doing it, man, you actually love what you're doing, man, because this ain't a business for a quick flip. You might get lucky. But the first breeding may not take. You might drop $10K on a bitch and she don't take, and then or she do take and all the puppies die and you out $10K and a $1,000 C-section, emergency C-section, and then $2,000 on a whelper, and you know they done killed all your pups. And so like, if you in it, you better be in it because you're gonna take some loss.
For sure.
You know, so just make sure you love it, man.
It's
But shout out to a couple cats, man. I just want to, because I'm all about love and positivity. So Jamie Sweet, love you. Shout out to you. My nigga Westmont Rich. I know that nigga.
West Side?
Yeah, I know that nigga a long time. You know what I'm saying? I love what he doing. He young, he getting money. He doing the franchise model. And that shit ain't for me. There's a lot of responsibility with that shit.
Yes,
but
Lord.
I don't want no parts of it. But I respect what he doing. He getting to that money and he helping other brothers get to that money. He came and bought 2 dogs from me about 2 years ago. So shout out to Rich. I done known him a long time. He not, you know, people think he a rookie. He ain't no rookie.
No.
He been around for a long time, man. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to my boy Lil Vince, man. Shout out to just anybody in the dog game that's trying to do shit. Be positive with it, man. Number love to y'all, man. And hey, make sure y'all go to Amazon, $2.99. Get my movie, 7 minutes.
Go get the movie, man. Support your people, man.
If
Support your people.
$2.99, $2.99.
Don't let me go into it right now, man.
That's less than a burger, man. $2.99.
If you can't afford it, my people, they gave me, just off love, they gave me $100 here, $100 here for people who cannot afford the $2.99. We will sponsor the purchase. Buy the $2.99. Send me a screenshot of the purchase. I will cash app you $2.99 back to you. I give you $3. I give you $4. But shout out to the people that supported and sent money over. But yeah, man, $2.99. Search Ife and Riff Raff on Amazon. 7-minute short film. The kids gonna love it, man. Follow me on Instagram at the Okie Doke Camp. Shout out to the Bully Spitting Podcast, man. Much love to y'all brothers. Keep doing what y'all doing, man.
For sure, man. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
This is the Bully Spitting Podcast, man. We got to give flowers while we can, man. We had the legendary Ife, man, of the Okie Doke Camp in the building, man. Episode 17, the Bully Spitting Podcast. We signing out.
Let go.
Chew.
You got this, bitch.
Yes, sir.
So if you bring my shirt.